Yo, 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 what's good, my niggas? My niggas, we in here? We in here, my niggas? Alright, so y'all can hear the music, but I can't. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Y'all can hear the music, but I can't. Ain't that about a bitch? Hey, y'all finna have a great stream today, though. This the one. This the one. If I could find out how to get back to the screen. Yeah, this the one though. This the one. Everyone talking about Kevin Samuels exited the Matrix. RIP that man's. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. But I've heard some interesting things. It's just a lot of healing having to do with, you could say healing has to do with pertaining to that. But that's a topic for another day. Today we're here to talk about the new Doctor Strange. Just came out. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I didn't realize it was finna come out this week. The date came up quick. Like, to me, I don't be paying attention to the dates, like, in the terms of here they coming up. Like, I knew it was coming out in May and shit, but I wanted to get it. I had missed the original ticket date. But that shit came up. I was like, oh, okay. But here's how I fell into coming to go watch the movie. Because one thing I want to say real quick, I did another movie Decode, and the way I'm gonna speak like I'm coming straight from that one, because this movie has a lot to do with that one. I'm gonna explain that. Last movie I went to go watch was Everything Everywhere All at Once. Gems, really gems. That movie's the one. That movie itself is the one. You can learn so much shit off that movie, man. So much knowledge. And I got the oh no, that was the last movie. No, that was the last movie I watched. No, but I ain't record that video yet. Last movie I watched and did a video for was the new Dumbledore, The Secrets of Dumbledore. That had a lot of gems in it. I still gotta edit that. But let's go back into what I was saying. So, the new multiverse in the Doctor Strange. Let me pull this up. I need to pull up my screen, cause I need to have. I'm gonna be looking up shit this whole time. I'm gonna be looking shit up this whole time because notes. I ain't even checked back my notes. So basically what I was saying was, what happened was, I went to the movie theater in a dream. Lately in my dreams, I've been trying to, like, I haven't been remembering. Usually I kind of can remember them. Usually have fun. But past couple weeks, not really hit consistently. But like 2 days ago, I fell asleep, had a dream, completely forgot what happened in the dream, but all I remember was I was in a movie theater. That I wrote that in my notes when I woke up, put it in my notes, and went on about my day, went to work and shit. Forgot about it. Next day comes, and another thing is, me and my nigga Cool, we've been my nigga Titty Milk, we've been having conversations, we've been talking about this higher knowledge and shit, and the shit we've been talking about is in the film, and then literally, like, I've been seeing this shit play out even in the Matrix. So like, I seen the movie in my dream. It wasn't Doctor Strange, but I just remember being in the movie theater. So I was at work, wasn't even thinking about this shit at all. I ain't had the Doctor Strange shit on my mind at all. Like, over the past week, my mind been completely somewhere else. I was trying to get the Aces Lounge shit situated. That's done. Now we opened up. Crown Chakra open for real now. But caught up, nigga. Tell me why. I just scrolling Twitter at work. I see the Doctor Strange shit. I'm like, it says out now in theaters tonight. This was yesterday. I said, oh, I gotta go. I said, I gotta see if I gotta get these tickets. Period. Because one, I know there's a message in there for me personally. Two, I know there's spiritual knowledge in there. Three, There's more shit to decode. And they're giving gems. They talking about what's going on energetically on the planet right now. Can't say where I work. I'm not gonna say where I work. I am hidden in the Matrix. I'm hidden in the Matrix. That's all I can say. If you can think what the Matrix is, I'm hidden in the Matrix. But where's that? Let's see, bro. Damn. I hate that shit. I hate when I forget lose my points, man. It's gonna keep coming back to me. But yeah, I seen the Doctor Strange shit, and I was like, okay, I need to go see this. I got my ticket. Not even I didn't realize it till me and Koo got back on the phone yesterday. I was like, yo, I just had a dream where I was in a movie theater, and then I made the connection. I was like, oh, that spirit communication. That's my mind telling me, hey, you need to go see that. But I wasn't even thinking about it, so I was like, okay. I've been excited ever since. I was like, okay, let me go recap on the movie, see what's been going on, because I haven't been watching WandaVision, but I do know WandaVision and that Scarlet Witch, all that is like real magic too. Chaos magic, nigga. That's hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something. Chaos magic. Hold on. Look at this. We got condensed chaos. Introduction to chaos magic. Hands-on chaos magic. That real chaos magic, boy. That real Scarlet Witch. I think it's HBO. The shit in this movie, but the shit in the movies that they talking about is real, bruh. Bro, I be knowing. So like, I'm gonna do a WandaVision breakdown in the future. I just haven't got a chance to watch it. And that new Moon Knight, I really want to watch it because I see they in Kemet. They fucking with Khonshu with the Moon Knight. Oh, and they showing the afterlife. They showing the do what? I can't wait till I watch that. And they just finished the season. And I remember the day I was talking to my bro. I was like, I was talking to Nostalgia, and I was like. And that new, because we was talking about shows, I was like, you watch Moon Knight? He was like, nah, not yet, but I heard it was good. I see, I want to see it, but I'm waiting for the show to end. I mean, like for the series, like the season to finish, so I could watch it all at once. Nigga, tell me why that night I look on Twitter, season finale. I was like, okay, so I need to get to that. So this should be happening to me. That shit crazy. So. Here we go, going into Doctor Strange. Now I'm about to really start. First thing I want to let y'all know, y'all are spoilers. The way I do my decodes. The way I go to the movies. I try to go when there's not a lot of people in the film. I'm in the cut in the corner, phone in my hand, and I'm writing my notes. And I write it scene by scene with lines. Hear them. They be spinning. So. If you have not seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, there is spoilers in here. What I would say, if you don't want to get spoiled, exit now. But if you don't mind it, stay. Because what I would say is see what I'm talking about, my observations. See this what they throwing in the film, my nigga. My niggas, these gems, and then go and see them again. You might get a whole new perspective. You might find some I didn't see. Might make even more connections. So, let's go. I'm gonna talk about some other shit because I was thinking about hella shit during the film, man. I'm gonna make some references because the thing with the Everything Everywhere All at Once movie, it's literally about the multiverse, as like Brother Pendick was saying. He said it was about the multiverse. When I first seen it, like the trailer, I thought it was about past lives and just living all your lives all at once. But actually in the film, it's about quantum realities, the multiverse, all different realities, aspects, parallel universes. That's what the movie's about. But they were dropping magical gems in there. We're dealing with Doctor Strange, is always going to drop some occult esoteric knowledge. So let's go. Trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, this multiverse shit crazy. Let's go. So the film begins, and the intro reminds me of like Doctor Who. I came up on Doctor Who when I was younger, and all about them Time Lords. You know about that Matt Smith, that 12th Doctor. That boy, man. See, dropping shit. See, that's that spirit. Like, nigga, get back on topic. But that was the intro. They had the music and all. It's crazy. Keeping them all. It keep that. Stay with me with that, because they come back to that at the very end of the film with the credits. But simply, it's subconscious note, subconscious. So I'm going through everything. So first things first, they start their astral plane. They running through the astral plane, through the multi dimensions. They running from a dragon. Dragon automatic spiritual. I know it's like a dragon monster being they're just running from. But it, like I said, they're in the astral plane, multi-dimension. They're in a different dimension running. He's talking Spanish with this shorty. This shorty would come out to be America Chavez. I'm gonna keep going. And I'm just noticing everything that's going around in the scene. I see there's like a church window. Like, I know how like them windows in church, them stained glass. It was like, it was that, but that was like the sun in the distance. I was okay, that's interesting. I was okay, that told me there's gonna be this is gonna be a film filled of sacred geometry and all types of subconscious little hints, subconscious little throws at you. So yeah, I said automatically it's gonna be a lot of in the whole scene. It was just hella sacred geometry. Like when you go watch the film, or if you have seen the film, when you're watching this, that you'll see it. You'll be like that's some ancient shit. Like they're not just shapes. They're not just playing with shapes. Nah, nigga, they doing real magic. They are not playing real magic. Like, you can go with this. Shorty powers activated when she got mad at shit. Oh, okay. So some shit happened. I'm just going. I don't even remember the scene by scene, like detailedly. But I remember she had got caught by the monster, and then she had fucking screamed, and then when she screamed, her powers activated. And I think before that, Doctor Strange was telling her, "You don't know how to use your powers." He was taking her. He was like sucking her energy. Like he was taking her energy, and he was like, "You don't know how to use it, but I do." And the fucking dragon thing was gonna get to like a book, like a very important book. Like that's some knowledge. He was gonna get some very powerful shit. He could not get it, and he was like, it needs to happen. It was either you or I'm stopping this dude. And he was gonna stop, bro. Stick with this. This scene is actually very important because they hint back through this throughout the film. But this, like when I said, I know that why she screamed and her power activated when she screamed. That's important because like when you're doing magic, you tap into these emotions. The emotions put more energy into the ritual, the spell, the whatever magic you're trying to do. Your powers, when you do anything, when you put your energy, your emotion into it, it's gonna be more powerful. It's gonna be more effective. It's gonna activate. Little sauce gem right there. Now, oh yeah, and yeah, that had happened after the fucking dragon had offed Doctor Strange. He didn't finish getting her energy when he was draining her while he was talking. Right before he finished, dragon just offed bro, got him out of there. And which is interesting. Stay with me. I'm gonna come back to it. It's interesting because he died, and then she had ran through a portal. I think she had ran through a portal from several right. And he could see all this in the dream, and then this thing then he woke up. And I was like, so he was still conscious after he died. I was like, all right. And he woke up. I was like, okay, so he was in the astral plane, literally. He was having a dream, literally. And when I seen it, I was like, this is just like the intro to The Secrets of Dumbledore. And nigga Dumbledore was having it was a memory, but it was a memory. He was daydreaming, looking out the window for the intro scene. And I was like, this is the same thing, bruh. This is the same thing. Either whether it's a memory in this reality or it's a different reality when you're asleep. As above, so below. Daydreaming, do you have your night sleep? As above, so below. Little context. And then, so he woke up. And I was like, this man was really having spiritual warfare. This man was really experiencing spiritual warfare in the astral plane. Like how, like the spiritual teachers, they say like there's legit spiritual warfare going on, or even people that's tapped in, they say there's spiritual warfare going on, like in the astral plane, not just in the real world, but like in the astral plane, there's a legit spiritual war going on. That shit was going on. I was like, okay. So this is all the intro scene still, building up context for the whole film. Very good film. Very good film. Marvel did they shit. Marvel always doing they shit. But what happened? He woke up. He went to a wedding. This man turned water into wine. He was on this Jesus shit. Doctor Strange was going crazy, man. they was pulling out all the little witchcraft, the little mythology, little tricks in here in this movie, man. It turned the water. He's turned her, not water, but it was her drinking the wine. And then she was telling him that it was a female that he used to deal with, and it was her wedding he was going to support because she was her new man and shit. Truly always loved her, and he was talking to her and he was telling her that he was just being a man. He was just being honest, getting his feelings off. And she was telling him that she was basically telling him to like kind of like let it go, and that it wouldn't have worked out between them because he always had to hold the knife. That's the quote. He always had to hold the knife because he was a surgeon. Dr. Strange was a surgeon. And she was I think she was one of the nurses type shit. He always had to hold a knife. When in the beginning of the film, I didn't really I just took it and I was like, I noted it. I was like, I know that means something. By the end of the film, what I came to find out was can't have that control. He always had to be in control. Dr. Strange always had to be in control. And I was like, oh, this is messages for real, nigga. I was like, I can use this in my personal life. Like, I always wanted control in a certain aspect. But I'm gonna keep going into the film because this is getting into the main theme of the film, and I want to build it up. But as I keep going, some shit happened on the real. Yeah, some shit happened in the street, and nobody could see it. Nobody in the real world like could actually physically see what's going on. It was just like shit moving, like shit crashing. He could sense it. He was like, oh nah, this is something else. He goes down to the street, flies out, cool as hell. Tell me why, bro. I think he did something, changed his whole vision. Nigga, the whole monster appears. I was like, this man's third eye. His third eye is really open. He's Doctor Strange, of course, but I was like, bro, that's that third eye. They're showing that in the film. Nobody else in the world could see this, but he could see this high vibrational monster. It was from a different dimension, trying to get this girl. Now, remember how I told you I was in a dream? Oh, and in the dream, this nigga was the sneakers. I'm trying to this nigga, man, fuck it, man. This nigga was speaking Spanish, and he was speaking Spanish to American Chavez in the dream. It's literally real world. So when he's seen her after they fight the monster and shit, get him out of there. And then he had asked him. No. Okay, yeah. The girl from the dream was in the bus. That basically the bus that the monster was attacking, and basically he saves her and shit, get around her, and then at one point he had looked at her and asked her. He was like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" Keep in mind, this was in a dream. That intro scene. So he was like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And she gave him that look, like, "Oh nigga, I know." And he gave her that look like, "Yeah, I've seen you." And basically shit keeps going, the fights keep going, and I was just noticing they had hella sigils all over this monster. They had hella sigils, hella sacred geometry all over this monster, like in light, like in light. It just, like, the sigils were just light. And I was like, okay, so the sigils are weakening, dampening the monster. I was like, okay, so the reverse of this in the real world, I know it's used is there's certain sigils that might be placed on buildings for certain organizations, certain facets of society, we'll say. They put sigils or markings or symbols, you could say, that speak to the subconscious, that give off a vibration, and they might protect, they might have invisibility upon such building, such organization, or such sigil magic, the magic of sigil magic, the art of sigil magic. This is real shit. I don't have a sigil magic book, but there's plenty of sigil magic books, and if you do sigil magic, you'll do it probably. All it takes is one session of sitting, staring at the staring at the sigil, focusing on nothing but the sigil. One session, and you'll realize that, yeah, this is real. You're just gonna know, like, yeah, you're gonna feel it automatically. I want y'all to go do that. That's just a test. And then, well, yeah, that was just the flip side. See, I was like, okay, so if they're doing this in film, I was like, I know this is a real thing. They was probably doing this in Kemet, the ancient shit, of course. So, of course, y'all know this is real. When I watch movies, I take everything I'm watching as real. I don't take it as, nah, this some otherworldly shit. At this in these new movies, nah, these are documentaries. And I started doing that because after watching the last Godzilla movie with King Kong, nigga, that's a documentary. That is not a movie. That is not a Hollywood production. That is a documentary. They were in Antarctica. They were in the inner Earth. They were giving you gems. It might have been CGI, but the knowledge in that film, I'm not ready. I can't wait to watch that one again. I can't wait to bring that full decode. Woo! But back off the sigil magic, man. And then I was just noticing through the fights, I was just peeping shit when they was fighting the monster. I was like, a lot of the magic was imagination based, and I know that just from studying magic is purely based off your imagination. You had to think like a child. How children, they imagine and they can fully assume a role when they're playing anywhere. They just sit in the room. They can play. They can sit around to have fun in their mind, with their mind by itself. But you can apply that to real actual magic and manifest things, or the dark magic. Like in this film, you'll see what the dark arts is. You'll see it. In the film, you'll see you know what the dark magic is, man. You know what the bad intents is, man. But the thing is, we go for good intents. We use the magic to help people, man. We ain't gotta fucking go against others, man. Don't do that, because that shit is gonna come right back on you. That shit will come right back on you. So don't do it. And I noticed Strange was held by the monster, and I had noted that the shit was imagination based, because Strange was held by the monster, and he was like sitting under a balcony, and on the balcony he like cut out a pentacle. It wasn't like a pentacle like with the lines, but like it was a star, symbolizing like a pentacle. Pentacle is a star, If you don't know what a pentacle is basically let me see. Hold on. Got my tarot deck right here, me. This is a pentacle. That star right there. What's this, the four of pentacles? I mean, I had the hermit come out first. It's interesting. That's interesting. But that's what a pentacle is. And he basically had cut that out, but it was with a blue line. Stay with me. When you get to a certain level in diving deep spiritually, recently I found out about the clip off and the Kabbalah and the Decoded magic. Deeper magic, more ceremonial shit. The magic. Or the first level of it is what I'm coming to find out. There's even shit even deeper and more powerful than that. But that is a good starting point. The shit I just said, the Kabbalah clip off and Goetic magic. That's a book. You can get that book. And there's a thing called the lesser banishing ritual. And what you do is you basically put your hand and you cut you draw out a pentacle and you call out the names of the angels, the different directions. I think that's how it is, if my memory serves correct. I'm still early on this shit, but I know this shit checks. People really do this shit works. This activates your light body and protects it and get your aura right, everything. But basically, what you do while you're doing it, when you're drawing out, you have to visualize in your mind it being light blue. In the movie, the shit was really light blue, a light blue pentacle. I was like, yo. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm seeing some of the messages I've been having outside of just seeing my day-to-day messages just show up. But I like how I'm seeing them in the film. Just know I'm learning. I'm on the right track. I'm returning the information, and I love this spirituality shit, man. So many correspondences. I love this shit. We only in the first sixth part of the movie, man. You're gonna be here for a little second. So after that, when everything's situated, she tells him that when she had saw bro, yes, she knew him. They weren't in a dream. They were in an alternate universe. Now this is crazy because me and my nigga Koo didn't even. We was just talking about this, and I was telling them, I was like, in my dreams I feel like I'm in the astral plane sometimes, or sometimes I feel like I'm in a alternate universe. Like literally, I've had reoccurring dreams where I've been like in a school. I was like, that's definitely alternate universe. Then the dreams I've been having recently, I was like, this is definitely alternate universe because it's the same. It's like, I can't explain it. But like, if you watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, or how they do the multiverses in this film, it's just like that. It's just that in my dreams, it says it's more of the same world. It's not necessarily a different world necessarily, but it's definitely the same characters, like people I've met in my life and everything, different things going on in my life. But it's a flip to it, or it might be a different part of my life. But she was saying it's a different dimension, and I was like, yo, they giving up the science. Cause that's what it is, bro. Your dreams is another dimension. You're not, when you're all, even if you don't have dreams, your consciousness is still, your consciousness is just not at the level to retain that information back. If you're not having dreams, but your body, your light body is always doing something in the astral plane, always. But if you're not having dreams, that's because your consciousness isn't to the level. But some things that can help with that, if you're not having dreams: Harataki, some Harataki. You can get a powdered form or pill. Trace mineral drops. Those will help. Oh, and let's not forget Ormus. These will all get your third eye going, decalcified, going crazy. Take those. Those will help with your third eye, dreams, all of that. Facts. When you dream, you're not sleeping. Well, you're sleeping, but your consciousness isn't. Like your body, your physical body may be quote unquote sleep, but you're dreaming. Like your mind is somewhere else. That's what basically where a dream is. They actually break down the dream shit in the movie too. But let me keep going, bro. This movie is insane, bro. But what I say is insane. It's just crazy seeing them put, like, me finding this deeper knowledge and then realizing, like, and you come from like the conspiracy shit and you see like they all come from, like, they all had it that programming put from the conspiracies and shit, that it's always an attack on your mind. But now that I'm into the occult and I've been into the practices and I know what's going on, I can see it in the movies, and it's like, yo, they're really dropping science. They really are. It's just nobody knows. Nobody's in the know. Nobody really knows what's going on in the movie. Yeah, the spirit goes on a journey to a different reality. Yeah, exactly. But back to what I was saying. Where we at? Oh yeah, I said bro, his third eye was open because yep. Geometry base, yep. The dream, yep. Oh, and I had noted, I was like, all right, so in the dream he could speak Spanish, but not in real life. So in real life he couldn't dream, but in his other self, in his astral plane, his light body, his higher self, a form of it, another aspect of his higher self is what I should say. He could speak Spanish, but in real life he couldn't. Note that. And I had said, meaning his consciousness was projected to another dimension. I had already known that was like that told me in of itself he was in another dimension, because I can understand that from watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everything that movie, Everything, I'm just calling it Everything. That movie, Everything, that movie will explain that. I even said just like All at Once, because he was basically viewing what happened in another dimension, in parallel universe. Because in your dreams, you're not necessarily in control, unless you're like an awakened dreamer. If you're an awakened dreamer and you're having straight lucid dreams, yeah, you can go crazy in the astral plane for sure. But not many people are over there controlling what's going on. But if you're like me, me personally, I might not be able to control always what's going on in my dreams yet, but I am viewing what's going on and I can see the messages. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot and dodged a lot from my dreams, and I want y'all to pay attention to your dreams, because dream work will help you a lot spiritually in itself. Or just, even if you're not spiritual, if you're paying attention to your dreams and you know how to decode them, you know how to get the signs, yes, you can go far with that alone. But I always say you branch out. Oh, and I was saying that, yeah, the multiversal selves is what's really happening in the dream. So in your dream, you're experiencing another aspect of another multiverse. That's what happened. That's what happened. That is what is happening in your dream. You are experiencing another version of yourself, but that is still you. Because the one thing about the multiverse is there's always going to be similar themes, lessons, traumas, experiences that are had in these other multiverses. They do that in this film, and they explain that in the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. They talked about it in there too. Bro, they are not playing. They're giving it up. And Brother Panic talked about this. He literally said, I'm gonna try as hell. Brother Panic was talking about. He was talking about how you can tap into these other realities. All you gotta do is just think about it, and it'll manifest. When you sit mental and you really tap into the reality that you want, you can tap in and bring it here. That was something that they was doing in, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and not even just tapping into another multiversal self. In the real world, you can kind of align this with ancestor work, calling on the ancestors, calling on the power of the ancestors, the knowledge of the ancestors. Because when you're calling on the knowledge of the ancestors, excuse me, what you're doing is you're calling forth the energy from your lineage or from your cosmic ancestors that might know what you may not, so you can complete a certain task. That's all you're doing when you're calling on a deity, when you're calling on a certain demon, when you're calling on your ancestors. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. Calling on the Netchers, invoking the Netchers. It's all the same shit, man. Don't be scared of that shit. It's all the same. When you call upon Jesus, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna. The thing you call upon Jesus, you are getting that. What I interpret in what happens when people call upon Jesus, because I know it's a real energy signature. Because I've just seen shit happen, just with people that believe in that faith, not as spiritual, supernatural, but I've seen the miracle shit pull out. I can't say because their faith was strong enough, their heart chakra, the energy was so powerful, shit manifested. That's all I'd say on that. And what was that, man? Oh yeah, the multiversal selves. So yeah, and the ancestors. So basically, that's one and the same. Tapping into your. In one aspect, you can call on the ancestors, call on these deities, call on a demon, get some help with something in your life to manipulate your reality into what you want. That's one way you could look at it. Or another way you could look at it is quantum, and that's the way. I think that's the way it's finna be pushed in the spiritual community. I think they're finna push it quantumly in a way of you're tapping into another reality, another universe, and bringing it forth here. Your timeline shifting, which I feel like I do. I feel like I timeline shift every night, or like every day timeline shift. Okay, every day I wake up, I feel like I'm in a new reality, and that's good. I want it to be like that because it's like I know I'm growing. I shouldn't wake up in the same reality. I should wake up anew, resurrected. Rise up with the sun. Go through. Man, this is levels. It's levels to this, man. This is a way of life. Understand it. Take the mythologies and live it. That's what I do. I'm the divine in the flesh. I really live that. Be all. You are all. You are the divine one. You are the divine one. You want to tap in? If you tap in and really know yourself, if you tap in and really get to know yourself and realize really who you are, you realize you're the divine one or a divine one or have attained divine one consciousness. Let's keep on going into this. So yeah, basically she was explaining her power. She was saying she can travel into alternate. She can travel to multiverses, and that's what America Chavez was saying. She was saying she could travel to multiverses, and I was like, another thing like Everything Everywhere All at Once. The daughter was literally traveling multiverses. I don't think she could, cause she couldn't control it though. I can't remember if she could control it or not. I think she could, to a certain extent. In that movie, but the daughter could travel multiverses. That's literally what she was doing in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen that film already. But I was like, okay, so they're this is the reason, the fact that it's in both of these movies that they have a female character as a pretty important character with this power. I was like, okay, this is a theme. They're telling us, they're trying to tell us something. They're trying to tell us something about what I'll say is the youth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know old boy showed up. Y'all know old boy showed up. We gonna get to it. Y'all know old boy showed up. Y'all know old boy who looked like me. You know who old boy who looked like me with it. He in the chair with it. You know he showed up. Oh shit. But yeah, man. So Dr. Strange, she wasn't believing that it was a multiverse, and no, he wasn't believing that the dream was a different reality. This girl, she shows these niggas the dead body of him in the dream. She shows him, shows him his dead body of his alternate self. Yo. I was like, okay. They buried and shit. They get to talking, and I think they got to talking. They was I forgot where they was. Oh yeah, they was still on a rooftop, and bro was saying the markings didn't look like they normal like sacred geometry. He said they were runes, like the magic. You know what I mean? Like somebody was coming for, like somebody was coming for it type shit. Like the monster was sent. That's why nobody else seen it type shit. The markings that was on the beast weren't the normal geometry. No, they were not sigils. They were runes. Do I have my runes over here? Do I have my runes? I think my I Ching was here. I don't know my runes is. Yeah, I ain't got my runes on me. Shit, I probably should find those. Probably should find those. But they had the runes, and it was like runes is something from like it's a divination system in Wicca. And I think they're used with other things, but I know I use them as divination sometimes. And she was saying but he was basically saying they were runes, and he was saying it was witchcraft. Witchcraft is like Wicca, but they were alluding to the Scarlet Witch. So they cut as soon as he said witchcraft, I was like, okay, they're talking about Scarlet Witch. And boom, they cut the Scarlet Witch. She in the house playing with her kids, chilling. She playing with her kids, and then the memory fades away. Not the memory, the dream, the alternate reality, I shouldn't even say it's an alternate reality, the parallel multiverse, the other multiverse reality, the other reality ceased, and she woke up. So, and she woke up lonely, so you know she was on her sad shit. And then she's out there in the field with trees looking all nice and shit. Nigga Strange comes up out of nowhere. They get to talking. She admits she was wrong in Westfield because what happened in the WandaVision show. I watched the recap. What happened was she entrapped the whole town. Basically had them under like a spell. It had them live out her reality, her dream reality. That's basically what WandaVision was. And I was like, damn, that shit. I need to watch WandaVision for real. I know there's some crazy shit in there, man. I know there is. And basically, she was like, she was basically admitting up to that, but she did, and then Strange was like, she did fix it in the end, cause she wiped that shit out and then left and went on about her business. And then he was talking to her about the girl, America Chavez, and then she was like, bring her here, I could teach her. He just looked at her like as soon as she said it, he just looked at her like, what? Like he was like a little thrown off about it. that boy intuition kicked in. That's what it looked like. That's what it was. His intuition kicked in and was like, yo, this, I don't understand this acting, but yo, gotta send this shit. Acting, gotta play with it. That's the ego talk. The ego talk, man. I hear the ego talk. You hear that ego? That's the ego. That second guess, that's the ego. I just want to let you know. What I just did right there, that little shit, that was the ego. But yeah, she fixed it and then basically got her there. Yup. Then she was like, the hex was easy, but the lies wasn't. And basically, when she said that, all that happened was she started getting her Scarlet Witch gear, changing up from looking normal dress to getting all goddess. She started getting on her goddess Scarlet Witch shit. And and then next thing you know, it was just looking like a hellscape. Nigga, all the trees looking like what we would say is a hellscape. What we were programmed to think is a hellscape, with the fire and shit. Everything's dead. I'm making a note because they actually had what an actual hell state actually may be, what it actually is, according to Bro Yusuf. They had that shit in this movie. I was like, yo, that shit was crazy. But back to what I was saying, she said the hex was easy, but the lies wasn't. So I guess the hex was the illusion in the world, but having them believe it with the lies and fall into her trap type shit wasn't not that easy. And basically they was talking, they was having a real ass conversation. She was like, she's a child, not a supernatural being. No, she's not a child, she's a supernatural being. They talking about the youth, bruh. They talking about the youth. She's not a child. Like, she knows the power. That's what she said. She knows the power of what's going on. She knows what's going on with the youth, what the youth could represent, what the youth representing the incoming energy, the horse, nigga. Y'all hearing me, man? Spirit hearing me. Yeah, and then basically she was something like they had a book of the damned. It was basically like a dark grimoire, which you could say would be like, well, we could say it's kind of like the Goesha in a way, but the Goesha, the way we're programmed to think the Goesha is dark like that. But this is just an example of, again, if you had the Bible versus the Goesha would be this book of the damned. The Bible would be the book of not the Bible. Not the Bible. The other Bible. Hold on. The other Bible. This one. If you get this, that's the Kabbalah, the Apocrypha, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Lost Books, versus the Goesha. That's kind of. I mean, actually, that's not even that's not a good comparison at all, because it's so much magic. It's so much magic in this shit, bro. But basically, you understand. There's a light book and a dark book. And the conversation kept going. He was telling her that she created her kids, because basically, remember, in her alternate reality multiverse, she was with the kids, because she didn't have her characters in this reality, in this Marvel universe, the real one, in their real Marvel universe. This shit gets convoluted, but it can get convoluted quick. She didn't have no kids. In her alternate multiverse, she did, and then when she was making people in Westfield in WandaVision, she had the kids, but it wasn't real. That's the thing, it wasn't real. And he was saying she didn't. She created her kids using magic, but her reply, he said you created your kids using magic. Her reply was, every mother does. I was like, oh. Yo, Yo, she dropped a bomb on bro. That's a bomb. If you don't understand, but I'm about to explain that. She said every mother does that. That's because sex is magic. Sex is a form of magic. That's looking deeper into that. That's tantra magic. Look up tantra. Tantra would be the magic of sex. What you do subconsciously, which is done subconsciously when conceiving or having sexual intercourse with that child, bringing forth the creation, the mythology, being Osiris, all set, coming together, getting that seed to come down to get a horse. That I was like, yo, she dropping gems. She said every mother does. That I was like, hey, she got it. She got it. And I want y'all to let y'all know what Scarlet Witch in this film represents is the in the film they're trying to make it the dark goddess, feminine energy. I would say you could say, please don't get me wrong, Lilith type shit, or I know like Ashtaroth, like Inanna, Ishtar, Isis. That's what she represents. That magical goddess, that feminine, true feminine essence. That matriarch energy that bro Yusuf was talking about. That's what she represents. That's what Wanda, Scarlet Witch, as I'll be referring to her as, that's what she represents. The two aspects, the two sides of that, the motherly side and the dark feminine side, which is two aspects of the same being, which can be represented with a Thor and Hey Ru in a comedic pantheon. This is the science I'm talking about. This is the decode I'm talking about. But that's what she represents, and that's the energy that's been coming down on the planet right now, that chaos energy that we've been seeing play out in the real world, in the actual Matrix. That is not playing with niggas. Y'all seen the chaos. Y'all see the chaos. Y'all know what the chaos is. I'm not trying to talk about the chaos because a lot of the chaos is distractions. I'm talking about, let's be chaotic here. Let's not be chaotic in the world. Let's be chaotic here, at least. Ordered chaos. But yeah, like that chaos energy is really on the planet, and as I'm all over the place, and that's what she represents, and that's why I'm saying, like, in these films, they really be bringing this shit, giving you messages in real time. At that, the fact that we just had a new moon eclipse. I think it was a new moon, but it was we definitely had the eclipse. Then you have all this shit happening with niggas in Hollywood and shit. Kevin Samuels, you got Dave Chappelle getting speared, and there's all types of shit going on. All this chaos, all these distractions, the abortion shit going crazy. And then you have this film coming out, where you have Scarlet Witch, who is the epitome of the feminine, the divine feminine. In a way, an aspect. She's the epitome of she's an aspect of the divine feminine, I should say. Scarlet Witch is the aspect, the character, the total character. That's what it represents. Now, I'm gonna keep on going. Oh yeah, she was saying, oh girl, I completely went off. When I was saying she's not a child, she's a supernatural being. Her sacrifice would be for the greater good. I don't know what she was trying to do. I don't know if she was going to sacrifice oh girl to use her own energy, like to get her energy and get the kids and like bring them here. I don't know what she was trying to do. I missed that. But she was basically trying to get oh girl. That was basically the drive of what she was doing. She was trying to get America Chavez and get her energy. She's trying to suck that energy, like suck the energy like a succubus. Suck the energy like a succubus. I might have thrown that in a song. But she was trying to get that shit. Wanda wanted to come get over, but Scarlet Witch was. Trying to remember what this. Oh, I think I see. Okay, so Scarlet. So basically, what it is. So Wanda's actual character, like I forgot what's her name, bro. I think it's saying just Wanda. Bro. Wanda. Is it Wanda Carey? Wanda Max? Wanda Maximoff. Wanda Maximoff. Okay, so Wanda Maximoff. That character, that spirit was, you have that spirit, then in her mind, then you have the other aspect would be the Scarlet Witch. So that's what I'm saying. It's two aspects. The mother would be Wanda Maximoff. Scarlet Witch, that dark feminine, that dark goddess. Don't get a negative connotation from dark. When I say dark, I'm saying dark as in all. Let me drop this little science fact on y'all. Did y'all know black, the color black is all colors, and then white is the absence of them? Just want to let y'all know that. But that's what I say. Don't get lost in the darkness, man. Don't get lost in darkness. You see darkness, that's all. That's chaos. That's the mix. When you have all, you can do so much. That's abundance. It's levels to this, bro. So yeah, I'll keep that in mind. The Scarlet Witch is one aspect. It's one personality, you could say. One spirit in hand entering and holding the body. One universal self. One universal reality being that she's living out. And then the other that would be lived out would be Wanda Maximoff, the mother, with the kids. That's pertained in this movie. So Strange went back to the temples and shit. I'm just called the temples. I forgot what they called it. Comatage. I think that's what it is. But when we saw the temples, I see high priest studying in the temples. Man, go stream horrors. But he was basically with the mystics. It was all the mystics and the ancients in there, and they immediately got ready. As soon as he told them what was going on, they was like, "Oh, nigga, she already knows we're not on that," because Strange was like, he had said something. I forgot what Dr. Strange said, but he had said something to her before she had left, and she just knew. Like, she was like, "Nigga, you gotta be, we ain't going for that." She wasn't for the play. And so they get ready. They know what's going to happen. They know what's going down, and she knows. In them both knowing, I'm saying this because in Dumbledore, the same thing kind of happened, and like both sides knew what was about to go down. They had to outsmart each other. They had to think ahead, and it's like chess on one level. But when we're dealing with these high level magicians or magicians period going against each other, and they have these abilities, they know they both possess these abilities. That's dangerous. It can get very powerful. And I like how they interacted with each other. I was like, it's very interesting because it was very cordial and respectful. So like when she pulled up, it was hella clouds and shit. Like you could see the energy physically, but you can say spiritually. You could, if it was a storm, you could probably have that. If they didn't see it, like probably normal people, probably only the mystics saw it. The mystics probably only saw it. But if real people around, they probably wouldn't been able to see it. Probably. That's just me thinking, probably. And her pulling up, that energy pulling up. She comes out, then Dr. Strange was like, okay. He looked up, he was like, all right, we're gonna deal with this. Bro was like, hey, the multiverse is in your hands. You could fuck everything up, because she does have the power. They were saying she has the power to fuck everything up, to end everything, all the multiverses, not just their reality, all realities. They were saying her alone has that power. What y'all know about that primordial mother force, man? That's what she's representing, bro. That chaos, bro. That witch, that's really what it is, bro. That's what she's representing. That matriarch energy, in a way. She's doing it. They said that she's nothing to play with, and she was not. The way they had to get her to realize. I'm gonna explain, bro. She had a whole revelation. The thing is, they could do nothing to her. I'm gonna let you know right now. They could do nothing to her, magically or spiritually. No. They can do nothing to her magically or physically. Yeah, magically or physically. They couldn't do nothing. She was fucking up everyone. Everyone was an L. They had... I'm gonna explain when we get later in the film. Man. I don't explain, man. We're still early. We're at hour in. If you stopped and left and was like, hey, we're getting deep into the film, I want to watch it first, understandable. But when you come back, you shall understand. So let's keep going. Strange goes back 10-4. Yep, I already read that. I'm all back. Oh yeah, he was like, yeah, she has the power to control a whole town with her mind. I was like, yep, that's true. Females have that power, they can do it. That is possible. If she doing the right magic, oh yeah, she could do it. Whole town? If it's a small town? Oh yeah. In real life, a female could do this. If you play it, she really had to be some. She really had to be like on some real Scarlet Witch shit to pull that out, do in real life. But it's possible. But that energy, that is a degree to that is possible in the real world. In a way. So, like this. Oh yeah, and I had noted, I even said this is all that dark feminine goddess energy power, but I was like, that's all this, but that's what that scene had me. When I seen it, I was like, that's all they told me. I was like, they were trying to demonize it. I was like, I feel like they trying to demonize it. This shit getting small. It's about to roach now. And I was like, okay. And then they had a bull man. I was like, they got Baphomet? Baphomet pulled up? They got a Baphomet appearance? Yo, that's crazy. They got Baphomet in here too? Yo. Hey. I was like, but they can't just have this bull man in here for no reason. I was like, if they're doing a spiritual movie, you gotta have the horns in there somewhere. Somewhere the horns gotta be in there. In Thor, it's Loki, the horns. But I think Thor. I mean, but I know Loki's actual god, Nordic god in of himself. I forgot who he corresponds with though. But yeah, let's keep going. Her power. Oh, and I had noted, I was like, her power is in her shadow trauma, her past, her pain from having to end vision and getting nothing back. That's what she was saying. She had said she had the shit with vision that happened, and she had got nothing back for it. She never got the kids or nothing. That love, that heart chakra. Her heart chakra at one point was so high, so fulfilled, and that shit was stripped from her. So with that same energy, the energy didn't go nowhere. It festered even more, and it flipped on its polarization. So when instead of being used for positive, it turned into dark or negative. And in that, she became even more powerful though. That's how she became the Scarlet Witch. And we started going crazy. When I say going crazy, I mean I don't mean like mentally going crazy. I mean going crazy, going up, you growing. She's more powerful. That's what I mean. Slang smash. Oh yeah, and I was like, I know that because I know that goes into the power of harnessing emotions and the magic, like how I was saying earlier with American Chavez when she screamed. The harnessing emotions, control the emotions, getting the power of the shadow self, the traumas, get in touch with them, integrate with them, really know who you are, and face it. Become that. Become that and fix what you may not like, and if you don't like it, figure out why. That may be something of itself that you might have to figure out there. Everyone's journey is different, so there's that like you can apply this to your personal journey. Like I'm saying, it might be a movie. It's maybe just a normal movie, but hey, you can learn some things. You just gotta know how to apply it. So I'm here to do. I learned how to do it for myself and apply this shit. It's real. I don't even have to convince anymore. I'm at the point I don't have to convince anymore. It just is what it is, bruh. If you don't get it, it's not meant for you, and that's fine. I ain't tripping. But those who do, welcome, and thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Give me your time for watching. Let me know what you think as well. I also want to see what inputs you might get from the film, what you might learn from the movie on your own when you watch it, what you might learn from here, or both. What alchemy you might do, what science you might put together. Everybody crazy. Let me stay on topic. I mean, I need to pour this the spirit juice. Spirit juice. Where's my spirit juice? Oh, that's right, brother. Thoth. Thank you, Thoth. Shout out Thoth. Thank you. We're gonna pour this up for my nigga Thoth. It's for my nigga Thoth tonight. The god of magic himself, god of alchemy himself, my niggas Tahuti. Going crazy, man. Shout out, bro. That legend. There we go. Yes. Okay, now let's keep going. She had this is Team Mom, I'm talking. They were still having this conversation when she had offered to send him to another world where he's with the love of his life, and that was the girl whose wedding he attended. He just, bro, at that point, he was like, I call forth upon the powers of Comatage. And I was like, this nigga's giving a real, like, this is what you do when you do magic. You say, like, you, in your dreams, if something happens, you can call forth upon the power of such and such deity, such and such energy aspect. That's what they are. Such demon, who it may be. Bobby Hemmett had a story one time. He said this lady, the cops was looking for her, and she was like, she called upon the she was like, upon my the power of my father Lucifer type shit. They did not find her at all. The cops was looking for her, and they was right. The thing is, her house was a block away. See, that's how magic works. That's how magic works. They weren't going for that shit. It's that protection, the energy. Tap in. Can't just tap into this shit when your mind not right. I almost fucked up, bro. I thought every time I think my mind right, and I go into some shit, I learn quickly. Nah. But now, I'm straight. I'm cool now. I'm in there now. I'm good. We caught up. We Out of the matrix, so out of the matrix. I'm still in the matrix. I'm forgetting my whole points. That damn, ooh, that wine just hit something crazy. I need to start going to these notes. All right, so yeah, she had told him that he called forth on the powers of the spirits, or the temple. That's what it really was in the movie. It was the temple. I'm gonna say it's a spirit, and the fight began. And I was like, yeah, this whole time they was having a respectful conversation. It was really actually respectful. The emotion, they was calm. They was talking like normal people, like not mad, no emotions. It was like Osiris and Osiris talking, damn near, or Osiris and Aset talking, you could say. It was both calm. They wasn't to have it, but the way they dealt with it, that's when they got into the chaos. They started getting into the using their emotions, channeling the emotions for the magic to get the shit done. And the way she made them fold, because they had put up a force field when she had sent her attack, the way she made them fold, I was like, why are they dropping this? I was like, yo, they gonna really drop this science in here like this? She was staring. She was up there looking at them. She was trying to get into their heads. Like she was giving all of them straight up eye contact, and they all looked at her. And bro was told him, he was like, fortify your minds, fortify your minds. He's trying to get in your head. One dude she looked at, I could tell by her look, she made like a certain face, and I've seen this face before. I've seen this face before, man. If certain men are gonna fold to it, certain men are gonna fold to it. And I can admit I have folded to it for myself. If it happens again, might fold again. I don't know. It depends. Might not. Might not. Depends. It really depends. It really depends. It really. That's all I think about. Self. It all depends on self. But not how I'm looking at it. But she looked at him, and remember, keep in mind, she was looking cool. She was looking bad. Can't cap. Miss Olsen was going crazy. She was looking dapper. I didn't say dapper. Nah, I'm going out there. No, she was looking fine though. She was looking goddess. Dead ass though. She was on some goddess shit. And she looked at bro, and they made eye contact. That nigga folded, and all you see is him going to a trance. Everything slowed down. Next thing you know, you see her spirit just slide up on him, telling him, run. That nigga folded so quick and ran, bro. Yo, she got in that man's head and made him fall. And the thing is, that's some real shit. Females can do that. I know females can do that. I know males can do that too. It's just, are you even at the level to tap back into the heavens? Are you even at that level yet? That's the thing. Are you even at that level to get to do that? Because I know it's real, bro. I know it's real. I feel like I've done it subconsciously before. I feel like others have done it subconsciously to me. I feel like we do it subconsciously every day to day. It's just people don't even realize it. I feel like this is the elite's game. That's how they get us with these subconscious tricks. These shits that might catch our eye, or they might throw us off. They know how colors work. They know the sauce. They know the esoteric sauce. I just told y'all about how they use sigils. See what I'm saying? At that point when she folded, the defenses fell, and that's all. And that just told me, if one falls, all falls. If one in the team falls, all falls. That's why you focus on self. Just do you. That's the thing with her is, I can fuck with her. She was doing all that shit by herself. That's how strong that energy is. That power is what they said. Nigga, that bro foil, they whole defenses was done. Nigga, she wiped out all of them. Nigga. And I know that I said just a testament to the power of the dark feminine or the feminine period. Or the left hand versus right hand. That's what I just saying. The self, when she did all her by herself, which is the left hand, versus the right hand path, which is more like your communal, the group. Excuse me. So she runs into the temple, and Doctor Strange starts bending light, which is wild. My nigga Ku was telling me, we were just talking about bending light and the invisibility. We were just talking about that. It was just crazy. And this nigga, so he bent light and trapped her in like not in a dimension, but like in a mirror state. He trapped her in a different dimension, because you know what Doctor Strange was doing with the illusions. And basically had her surrounded with mirrors, with fractured mirrors. And what happened when she walked into the temple and realized, like, because what happened when she stepped on some sacred geometry and everything fucked up. She stepped on one, I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's like a mandala. I'm gonna call it sacred geometry. She stepped on it, stepped into a whole other dimension. Everything started shifting around her. You could see she started getting a little scared. She started getting that fear started to build up, especially as it started evolving. When it finished and she was just in there by herself, no one else, it was just her reflections, the fractured reflections, she calmed down. I don't know whether because subconsciously or consciously, just calmed herself down. And that she realized, she looked at the mirrors, and when she touched them, they turned into water. I haven't got to this part in real life magically. I'm gonna have to do some more research on this, but I know there's a connection. I know there's a real connection between the mirrors in the spirit world, and I know there's a connection with the water and spirit. I know that's a connection, but mirrors with water reflection as a portal, that's a little different. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more, look more a little bit into it. I know there's something to it. There's definitely something to that though, for sure. I don't doubt it. There's definitely something to it. And they kept hinting at that throughout this whole film, with water and mirrors being and portals at that, in some type of way. So they was Doctor Strange, old girl, and Wong, they was chilling. They was scheming. They scheming their next move. Bro was like, "Yo, she's finna get into the reflections." I forgot how they figured it out. And nigga, she started just doing. I think she started like sending energy through, or like her hands started poking through, and they just started covering up all the reflections, like puddles, water, mirrors, any of them. Any mirror like surface. So like when they say don't like I've heard some like magicians or some people, they say don't do like mirror magic or like stare into the mirror too long, like stretch yourself unless you're really ready for it. Because the thing is, you will see some shit that comes back at you. You're gonna see some otherworldly shit if you stare there long enough. You will. I haven't done that yet. I need to get like a smaller mirror. I need to go to this one shop and get like they got a Bastet mirror. I'm gonna put that on my altar and use that. But I was like, ooh, okay. So there's something to with these mirrors. They're giving up the mirror sauce. And in the Dumbledore movie, the Fantastic Beasts, they had a scene where oh boy, he was looking into the blood and he had got a vision. I was like, and then they was sending messages through the mirror as well. That was another thing they was doing in that movie as well. So there's definitely magic with the mirrors. I say do some more research into that. I'm gonna do my own. I might come back with a video on that, my own experience, because there's very something that some of mine told me like I gotta something that's very interesting. But let me not get fixated on that. And keep going. I was like, yeah, it's a water and element. I forgot exactly how mirrors are made. I forgot exactly how. There's a science in there. I know the science is there, bro. So, yep. So I guess some shit happened. I think. Oh yeah, she said she dreams of her kids every night, so she knows they're real in every other universe, but the one, like the main Marvel universe. She was like, she said she knew her kids are real in every other universe, but not the main Marvel universe. And that was her obsession. I want to say that was, I think that's what kind of drove her mad, because she only when her slept and in these what we call dreams, she would see these kids, but in her reality, she ain't seen them. She wasn't living that motherly lifestyle like she really wanted to, or that what she really, her spirit was really calling to do, what her spirit really wanted. Which is a sad thing, and it's understandable, man. This is I'd say great writing, great understanding, because you can apply this to real world shit. You can apply this to real world shit, man. It's for another day. And they have some. What else? Stay with me now. Stay with me. Strange had said, I think he had set her off again. He was like, what would happen to the mother in the other universes? Like, basically saying, like, what if something happened to the mothers in the other universes? Like, what if something happened that hurt those mothers, that are living that life with the kids, that are still her? It's just that she's not experiencing this reality. And then I think she just went off. She offed all of them. She offed all of them. And then she started draining America Chavez of her power. Strange saved her, and Chavez, her portal. So when she would travel through multi-dimensional, the multiverse, the portal was a pentagram. That was her portal. It was a pentagram. I was like, okay. And pentagrams are portals. They invoke and evoke energy. That's what pentacles really magically do. I was like, they giving up the sauce. Y'all heard of a Stargate? I know about them Stargates. Yeah, a Stargate, a pentacle. They giving up the gems, boy. They giving it up. And then, they basically just fly through that motherfucker, and then they start going through all these different. Yeah, I even know that I said pentagrams are sacred geometry, legit energy portals, and they start flying through all these different dimensions. I tried to catch them. They had one that was what we would say is hell. They had like with the fire and shit. They had like a cartoon one. They had a underwater one. Let me pause right here. I have to say this. The trailers before this film, yo, I caught 3 of them. All 3 were giving up information. I can't wait till these come out. They was all giving up a perspective, like, get out the matrix. We had the Avatar 2 trailer, beautiful. All my niggas, my chaos beings, my non-ether beings, my melanated peoples, my indigenous peoples, my natives. That Avatar 2, that Way of the Water, that's the one. That's the one. They had the locks. You could see the locks. What we know as dreads, the locks. They had them. I was like, oh, this shit looking nice. It was looking real nice. They had the Avatar trailer. They had another one called what was it called? It was called The Victory Project, and they were talking about it was a woman in there. She was talking about like, why is society the way it is? Why was it conform? It was basically a conformed society, basically, and breaking out of it. I was like, okay, they kind of giving it up. They kind of giving it up. And then another movie they had was another trailer. They had the Buzz Lightyear movie. I don't think there's gonna be no crazy gems in there, but I peeped. This man's spaceship was powered by crystals. Science. They giving it up. It's real shit. Tap into the power of crystals. They're like computers. They're like computer chips. You can program them with intent. Program with like solar energy. Or your own energy. Then they had the Thor Love and Thunder, and bro, this nigga was talking about he was talking about some self-discovery, going on my own path. I was like, bro, they getting spiritual with the Thor, bro. I was like, yo, I can't wait till these movies come out, man. I can't wait. Yo, Hollywood, bro, we can say what we want to say about Hollywood, but bro, this shit bothered me, bro. This shit bothered me. So where am I at? Back to I said the different universes. They had the hell, the cartoon, the water. They had a futuristic one. They had a New York, like the regular New York one, and then they had like a painting one, like it was not even physical. It was like 2D, like paint art. They were just flying through them, just through the portal. You know, normal trans-dimensional shit. And basically they got to one, they landed in one, and she was like, this isn't my first bad trip. He said, this isn't my first bad trip. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. Me and this nigga Kubin keep telling me about these shrooms. Fucking with the psychedelics and how it's it. The shrooms is it. And I just know about the bad trips, like when referring to with the bad trips, have a bad trip. He was saying it's not his bad trip because she was saying you ain't throw up. He ended up throwing up. But I was like, yeah, bad trip, psychedelics. They're going on with the multi-dimension. They're going on with this higher level. I'm bringing another perspective, like how I see it. I don't know if many people gonna catch this, bruh. That one, that bad trip one, I don't know if many people are just gonna catch that, what I just did. Because like, it's just it's so much chaos, bruh. So many different factors, random little things. This be the little things you gotta look at. The little things is what make up the whole message. Bring it all together. Oh yeah, and then they were just talking. She was saying she doesn't dream and she doesn't exist in other universes. I was like, yo. I was like, nigga, she's a real anomaly. She transcends. In the way I can interpret that is, if she doesn't dream and she doesn't exist in other universes, like there's no other version of herself, that means she's literally her true essence, that true primal form. She's that in the physical. That's what I'm getting. Because and then they was walking, they was having these memories. There was like a little, they was like in a little futuristic universe. And they had this one spot that let you like go look at your memories. Doctor Strange he was at a dinner date with old girl whose wedding he was with. I forgot her. I lost her name. I didn't catch her name at all. But he had that and she gave him a watch. The astral plane calling? Astral plane calling. But she gave him this watch. And the watch is gonna be important. And basically the watch meant a lot to him, and he was like, this is a distraction, let's keep on going. And then she stepped on, she was watching the whole time, and she was like, damn, like see my memories. And she looked at it and she could see her home planet when she was a child, and basically it was her backstory. This is when they given her backstory. What happened was she was chilling, she had two moms. I could break down this science. I'm gonna break down the science a little bit real quick. She had two moms. I was at first, well, not at first. I should say it like this: the programs from the conspiracies and everything would have one to first think they're agending. They're on some agenda shit. Me, when I seen it, I was like, "The fuck was that?" I'm scared. When I seen it, I was like, "Nah, this that science. This that real." Because what they're referring to is women at one point had. I don't know if they still do. I don't know if they still do. They may not. I don't know if they do. But I knew at one point they didn't need a man to procreate. Think about this. Think about this. In the word woman itself, you get man from woman. A woman is a man plus. You get a man from a woman. You come from your mother. All of life comes from the mom, the feminine principle, the feminine energy, that chaos, that primordial, the primordial waters of noon. As Brother Panic says. So where you come from? So as we keep on going. Oh yeah, let me say I almost forgot. Hold on, what'd you say? I mean, that's your saying as a bad trick, man. That's a bad shit. Can't be good. Yeah, you right. My Cool was telling me that. That's exactly what Cool was telling me. Cause I was telling him about that. I ain't trying to have no bad trip. He was like, ain't nothing to worry about. But he said if you do have a bad trip, it's more of a thing of why are you having a bad trip? You got to ask yourself, why are you having a bad trip? That means it's something with you. See, because it's all mental. All is mine. Get in that Kabbalion. Get in that Hermetic law. Get in that Hermetic law. Nah. The laws of Tahuti. Back was saying she had the two moms. So yeah, I was saying women can procreate. They don't need a man. So I was like, they're really dropping the science still. They're dropping the science at all times. They're dropping the science at all times, y'all. It never stops. I was like, I was watching the film, but I was damn near looking down half the time too, bro. I was probably on my phone taking notes. At least it had to be 50%. I was going looking up, down, whole time. The fight scenes is when I was able to catch up with most of it. And I'm trying to think what else happened in that memory. Oh, she was chilling with him. They was having a good moment. It was all nice, peaceful. A bee. She was holding a flower, and a bee had came to the flower. She got scared of the bee, and her emotion had spiked. She got scared, and when she got scared, her powers had activated, and a portal opened up. But the portal had sucked in everything, so it sucked in her parents, her moms, and herself. And she didn't see her moms ever again. That was her backstory. I was like, damn! That's tough! And then and I was thinking, I was like, that's crazy. And I was like, that's wild. And another thing is, I don't know if it was a week ago or it might have been this week, I tweeted, I was like, imagine everybody wake up and get their powers and nobody knows how to use them. That'd be crazy. Everyone get their powers and no one knows how to use them. The chaos. This shit would be crazy, bro. It'd be ridiculous. When nobody knows how to use them at first. Bro. If that's how it happens, if they come online and people don't know how to use them, it's gonna be crazy. If they come online and people just automatically know how to use them, great. That'd be ideal. It's the reality I'm trying to manifest. Why, bro? That spirit juice hit crazy, boy. I'm completely lost. Let me keep on going. But yeah, they keep on walking. She says he has a distraction. Let's not focus on this. And let me say that. Tell me why the land looked like native land, like the Grand Canyon, like Sidonia type shit, like and then they had like stars. They looked galactic. You could tell they was like some galactic ancients type shit. Some native, like they look like Native Americans or Hispanic, like Latin, native. Y'all know, indigenous. That's what it was. They was on the home planet. They was on the source, like I just said. How she was the primordial source, and she doesn't dream or nothing. That means she is that. I'd say that's what I get from like how Brother Panic says. I think either Brother Panic or Bro Yusuf, they were saying you have all these different levels of the astral plane, all these different dimensions you go through. Then you have the overworld. Where I see she comes from is the overworld, or a version of that with the star. And I seen a post earlier, and it was talking about. I seen a post on Instagram. It was saying how the Africans, the ancients, they're lined up with Sirius star, like the constellation, and then the natives, they're lined up with the Pleiades. And then when I seen this, the first thing that came to my mind was Pleiadians, and that's what real Pleiadians look like. I was like, yo, nah, I'm really gonna go live every day. This is that spirit coming through. We back in the lounge again. We was in the lounge last night for the last episode, and like I told y'all come back into the lounge. This is a space to learn higher knowledge, to learn more, get a new perspective. You're in the lounge tonight. You're in the lounge today. You're in the lounge right now. Hearing what I got to say. But as I was saying, I forgot what I was. Damn. Oh yeah, she comes from that overworld. That's what I was saying. The Pleiades. She's Pleiades. It's just different things. Starseed. Her shit was a pentagram. Starseed. Yo, she represents the youth, the Starseeds. Go watch my video on Indigo Children, Rainbow Children. She's one of them. That's what she represents. Go watch that video. Indigo Children. I think it's Indigo, Rainbow, and Crystal Children. I think. Yeah, go watch that video. It's on my channel just a couple few back. That explains. That's what she is that in this new generation. Turn on the notifications. W. But yeah, so yeah, they just keep on walking, and she was basically telling them about multiverse. The first thing she said was, when it comes to the multiverse, you know nothing, because it's not your universe. And I remember when I first started learning about higher knowledge, the occult, esoterics, I had to come in with a new brain. I couldn't come in with that same programming with everything that I was taught. I had to come in with the mind of a child. I had to come in like a child. Learn everything new, fresh. New beliefs, new way of thinking. And that's how you should come into everything. Come in as a student. Don't come in as you know it all. Come in looking for something to learn. Don't even come in looking for something. Come in knowing you're about to learn. Every day I live, every day I wake up, I know I'm learning something today. I'm gonna learn something today, every day. I don't say it to myself. It's subconscious. It's in my subconscious. It's rooted. I just know I'm going to learn something today that's going to enlighten me and help me grow further for my journey. And you can use that, you can say that to yourself as affirmation to get it in your subconscious. As Brother Panic said, the 3 ways to get into your to reprogram the subconscious mind, or how the mind is programmed, is symbols, repetition, and trauma. You can use any 3. You can use sigils, as in sigils, repetition, saying the mantra over and over, keep saying it to yourself, or trauma, an aspect of an experience, or trauma in the terms of trauma's another one. I'm really getting off topic, but yeah, she was basically saying that come in, you know nothing about the multiverses. And then another thing she said was food is free. I think that was her second point. She was like, food is free here. And then she was like, food is free in most universes. It's weird that it's like that in yours. Are they mocking us? Is Hollywood mocking us? Or no, what they were saying was, because I seen this girl on IG, TikTok, her name Diosa. She was talking about how in other places and countries, and other people was talking about this. Isis Wisdom was talking about this too. That in other countries, they don't worry about. In some countries, they don't have to worry about food because it's on the land. It grows naturally. The food is free. Like I said, even when I took a trip to the Bahamas. They had grocery stores and the food was expensive, but at the same time, when you looked around and you looked on the trees, there was hella food coming off the trees. The land was giving back. It's true abundance. Only in America, in this system, this matrix, we got to go to the grocery store. That's what Josie talking about. She was like, why do we have to go to the grocery store to get just fruits and vegetables? When the shit grows, why is it not growing? Why don't we see fruit trees and everything when we outside? Why don't we see gardens everywhere? And we have hella space. It's not like it can't grow. We got all these buildings and shit, all this empty space, all this abandoned space. When you're out in the world, I want you to start thinking about how much empty space you see. Then I want you to think about how much food could be plotted there and grown. And I know not all soil is good for growing plants. But there is a lot of land that is good for growing plants as well. We are mad off topic, but I love so much knowledge. This is chaos. This is the chaos we're talking about, man. It's everything. Bringing it all together. Next point, that man's Doctor Strange started making beat himself up like with his mind. He was using like his hand, but I would say his hand was like a kind of distraction. But what it reminded me of was like cyclomancy, because Brother Panic was just talking about how he could like influence others' actions like with his mind, like it's a real thing. And he's learning from a book called Cyclomancy, and he teaches that in the class. He's about to start a class on that. I will be preparing to tap in for that class, in his other classes as well, because he got some other classes that even helping with the self, diving more and deeper with the knowledge, getting more in tune with your spiritual abilities, getting tapped into your spiritual abilities. Because the thing is, yeah, we can talk about them, the spiritual abilities, but the question is, how do we do them? How do we get into the knowledge? And there's many ways. All you got to do is really just look them up. You have to do it. You have to put in the work. I can sit here and show you how to do it, but you have to do it as well. But right now, because I'm on the time, we're doing this right now. We're decoding Doctor Strange. I'm not talking about how to do it right now. I'm telling you, because they're telling us what it is, and they're showing you as well in a way. And I am showing you kind of too. This wine, this spirit juice is that shit kicking. Hold on, what did I write here? Hold on. Okay, yep. Explain that. Yep. Yeah, but that's all. Yeah, I already explained. Yeah, that's where my next thing I wrote was the shit with the memory, her basing your memory, but I already explained that. So then he had pulled up on OG Melanin, who was against him in his universe. I forgot his name. I forgot bro's name. I haven't seen the original Doctor Strange in a long minute. But I know they're beefing in their universe, and I guess here that was cool. So when he seen him, he was like, "Oh shit." He was like, "Oh no." And then when bro looked at him, and then he didn't give him the same look, but he played it off. He was like, he was cool. He was like, "Oh brother." He was like, "Homie." They got in, they get to talking. He was telling him about the Dreamwalkers project. He was talking about the Dreamwalkers. And that's basically what they call astral traveling, I'll say. That's what they call tapping in. They call it dream walking in this film. And basically what it was saying is they project consciousness into another universe to control other selves or others to accomplish their goal. But like they do it in like the actual universe, not just the astral. Well, if the astral is another universe, there it is. So that's basically what it is. That's what dream walking, astral traveling, astral projecting to an extent. I know astral traveling and astral projection are different. I know that for sure. So now then, keep going. That spirit. And then universe control. Yep. Oh yeah, so he's basically saying they can use others to fuck up a reality against their enemies, just with their own mind. Just knowing the right correspondences, knowing the right spells, knowing the right elements, knowing everything you need. Real magic shit. For my magicians in here, if you know, you know. If you do magic, you know. If you don't know, scared, it's not for you. Then go on. Oh yeah, and like I said, bro thought bro was cool, but he didn't run with his first thought. Cause when they was sitting there talking, he had started feeling dizzy and shit. His vision started disorienting. He just fell out, and bro started standing up, just laughing. And was like, "Got your ass." He was like, "You son of a bitch." And the stranger was like, "You son of a bitch." And when I was basically playing it how he played dumb. Bro played dumb with him. Like he ain't know what he was like he knew like he was fucking with Strange. When he wasn't, he was setting him up. He was setting him up the whole time. And basically after that scene, I was basically saying Strange had folded basically when he seen bro was cool and shit. Cause he fell for that shit. And then they cut from that scene to Scarlet, and she had invoked Wanda in an alternate universe with the kids, and then she was experiencing shit with the kids. They was singing to her. That shit was cute. It was cute. But before she had invoked her, it was mad spiritual phenomena happening. Like she had walked into the kitchen, her coffee mug had turned into like the ocean, and she had just got lost in a trance, just watching the waves of the ocean and her coffee mug, and she could hear the ocean and everything. Next you know, she looks up into the window. In the mirror you see Scarlet Witch. She comes in, they make eye contact. She full spirit comes within her, and she's now in full control of Wanda. And she goes on about her business yet again. Like I said, they live out the shit with the kids. And yeah, I even noted again here, the power of the mirrors and waters on the subconscious mind. And then while she was doing this, Wong was tied up, and then this black woman, she came out, and Wong was telling her, he was like, I think he was saying something so he could destroy the book of the dam that she was using to do what she was doing. And basically black woman was like, "Nah, not you." And she sacrificed herself, man. She went out OG, man. Shout out, man. She went out OG. She went out, put herself on the line, destroyed the book. Scarlet Witch was shitty. She was hot. She was not happy. And her ritual had ceased. And then she started like was it this scene? Yeah, yep. She was flickering between the different universes. So like she was in both at the same time. So it's kind of like a state of like not sleep paralysis, but like that in between state. She was in an in between state where she was experiencing both at the same time, which is crazy because in Everything Everywhere All at Once, the main character was experiencing this at certain points, where she would be in different multiverses, different dimensions, different realities at the same time. She would be fully conscious of them at the exact same time. So, and I feel like as we get deeper in, as the planet keeps raising consciousness and vibrating higher, when they talk about mental health, I think that's what it's going to be. I think people are going to start living all these lives, not living, but they're going to be able to start living these lives all at once, and that's when it's going to be fractured. That's what, like, the schizophrenic type shit, that's what it is. It's that different personalities, living them all at once. I feel like in the future, that's going to be the real, that's what's going to be, that's going to be like the mental health. That's how they're going to be, that may hit behind deteriorate, I should say. Because if the vibration keeps raising and everyone's waking up to the powers and everything, they're going to become aware of these realities. It's not like this isn't no belief shit. This is what it is. That's the thing. This is what it is. There's science. There's real quantum physics that back these things up. It's that CERN shit. This is real. So it's not even a matter of, if people start really waking up to this and they start experiencing all this at once, are they really, and they're so trapped into the matrix, the programming of the matrix, their mind can't even fathom. They're not ready. Like, this is this type of shit. Then they say the people aren't ready, or the people can't know certain information. This is like that type shit. This type of information, they might be able to get it on this level, but to actually experience it all at once, people are not ready for that. And if they are, so be it. So let chaos reign supreme. Make chaos reign supreme. Ordered chaos. But yeah, that happened, and then, bro, how much? Oh, this shit long than a bitch. I got some look at this. I got paragraphs in here, boy. That shit. We still got some time. We 2 hours in. I'm going 4 hours like Brother Panic tonight, man. I'm gonna have to roll up some more herbs. I'm gonna roll me up some more herbs. I'm gonna have to. Let me keep talking. 1 sec. Fucking find these papers. See. Of course, that's what I need. Of course. Of course. There it is, of course. Alright. Like I was saying. Kermit herbs. These are herbs like Damiana. Like helps with dreams. They was smoking that in Kemet. Ancients was smoking lotus. But as I was saying, so they now. So I'm sure it's coming back to my memory. So Wanda was talking with Wong, trying to fit in Wong. She was threatening him. She was using like the dead bodies and she's trying to get the energy from him. And he failed. And she told him that the book was a copy. When he said copy, he didn't mean like there's another book. No. This is some real occult knowledge shit. Some esoteric, deep level shit. He didn't say, no, there's another version of the book. No, he said they copied this off the walls. They copied it straight off the walls of the temple. I was like, they copied this off the walls off the temple? I be studying the text on the walls. I just dropped down to earth, man. Just the text on the walls. That's where the real knowledge is. The hieroglyphics, they're on the walls. The real knowledge is going to be in the hieroglyphics on the walls. How the ancients stored their information was in the earth, in the walls, in their temples. No books. They talked about they had memory. They had the mental capacity to keep it in mind, or they could look at the temple walls and then subconscious symbols would give it right back to them. Like even right now, I'm looking at my other screen and it's basically a picture of all the not all, but it's some of the main Kemetic deities in the pantheon. I got Osiris, Isis, Hathor, Amun, Ma'at, Nephthys, Sekhmet, Tefnet, Gnum, Set, Thoth, Anubis, Ra, Hokarati, Kepri, Horus, Shu, that's air, Sobek, Geb, and Nut. It's subconscious. I know them. I always keep it here to always remind me. That's basically how sigil magic works, but with actual sigils. You know, with symbols. Like I was saying, with the title program to mind. So yeah, they were saying so they went to go find the source info. They weren't going to go to find just another copy of the book. No, they're going to go to the source. They're going to go to the temple. They're going to go to the cave. See what I'm saying? And then they cut back to Strange enough, and they were talking about basically this is when they get into the Illuminati. Ooh, I'm about to get to drop the Illuminati sauce right now. Ooh, I've been waiting. Ooh, I've been waiting. All right, so they got the Illuminati in here, and basically they're basically saying Doctor Strange is he's a threat to all of the multiverses. Doctor Strange is a threat to all the multiverses. I'm rolling this hand at the same time. My fucking phone just shut off. He's a threat to all the multiverses. I'm gonna get into that a little bit deeper, but basically they were saying they was even telling him what the universe is. He was in universe 838, which was the alternate one that they was in for the most part of the film. It was 838, and I was like, that's interesting using numbers 838. I've been seeing those numbers a lot. I see numbers all the time, where like it's a constant feed. Even right now, it's 10:01. It's 10:01. It never stops. It never stops, bro. The fact that I'm talking about the numbers and I see 10:01, bro, it never stops. So 838, alternate universe, and then he was talking about the Illuminati, and I was like, I knew they was in the. I knew this scene was like the Illuminati shit, because one you could tell from like the trailers when they just showed it. And then again, at the very beginning of the scene when they first got to the shot in the corner, he was sitting in like the cell. There was a little pyramid. The pyramid had a little square, but a circle in the middle. As soon as I saw that, I was like, that's Illuminati symbol. They had it right there. It's very subliminal. It's very subliminal. If you watch the film, when they get to this scene, he's gonna be sitting in the cell. You'll be able to see it right behind him. He's sitting like on like a bear or something. You gonna see that Illuminati symbol like on the back of the dollar type shit. That the all-seeing eye inside the pyramid. That's what it kind of looked like. So when I seen it, I was like, all right, I already know. We in there. And then they were saying the 616 is the main universe. I was like, 616, oh, and it's 2022, 2226. Of course, of course. The timing is impeccable, man. Timing doesn't stop. Like they own it. They know what they're doing. So then they cut back to Wong and Scarlet Witch. I'm gonna get back into the Illuminati because oh boy, and them get to talking about it a little bit. They pull up to the temple. There's 4 like beings, monstrous beings waiting, protecting the temple. They was about to size up on them when Scarlet Witch stood up and to him. Nigga, they bowed down to her. They submitted to that divine energy, that goddess energy, that divine feminine. They submitted to it, which is what you're supposed to do. To be in the flowing universe, you have to submit to nature, have faith. As chaotic as it may be. But I was like, okay, they bowed to where they recognize energy. Literally. And then another thing I noticed was on the walls in the shot, you can see it. This I'm gonna have to pull up. This I have to pull up. I have to show y'all this. They had. So lately I've been tapping in with a ancient, call them ancient gods, ancient gods, these spirits, and Astaroth. Of course, also known as Ishtar or Inanna in Babylon. I was like, when I seen the sculpture in the movie, I was like, I've seen this, or an aspect of this. Also correlates with Isis as well. All that motherly, divine, feminine energy. All of that. That matriarch energy, all that. Tell me why, I think I gotta think of the name of the statue. Ishtar. I think this is the Ishtar statue. No, it's Ishtar. Let me see. Nah, it's gonna be Inanna. Inanna. Come on, Inanna, goddess. Kind of like this. This is a terrible picture. All right, here we go. It's kind of like this. Yep, there we go. It's kind of like that. This isn't a good picture. I think this the one. They got like a little edit over this, but this is a better one. Or shit. Alright. Shit, my niggas will know. My niggas will know. It's very much like this, so I need to be on Google Images. This is the best when I get up. But it was kind of like this, but she had serpents behind her. She was on her Naga shit. In the film. But that was that. I peeped that. I was like, okay, they showing it. They showing it. They it just astounds me that they're like, I'm seeing this shit in the movies, bro. Like, it really is just crazy to me. Like, when niggas like what is spirituality? This. What is spiritual experiences? This. For me. How I get messages? This. So they keep going, so then they cut back to the Illuminati. They introducing everybody. They had a man with a fork on his head. It was a tuning fork. He had the power to, when he speak, he could wipe your shit out just by his words. He ended the other Doctor Strange with his voice, just by whispering. He had said, "I'm sorry," and ended his shit, bro. I was like, that's tough. He ended him with being nice, being being forgiving. Him with the "I'm sorry," and ended him. And then they had the Sorcerer Supreme, the other Sorcerer Supreme, the black dude. They had a black Captain Marvel. Then they had the girl from the Shield show, white girl. I forgot the actress's name, but the Agents of Shield show, she plays on there. She's the main character on there. I think it's that show. I know she was also in. She had something to do with Captain America. But in here she was the female Captain America. And then they had my man Reed Richards. They had my boy Reed Richards in the building. Fantastic Four confirmed. I hope they bring it back and tee it up. I hope they bring them back and tee it up, bro. Because if they go into the Fantastic Four, that means they can bring in Galactus. Start talking about Galactus. Start getting Silver Surfer, get Adam. I already know they're getting Adam Warlock. I think it's Adam Warlock, his name. You'll have them the cosmic superheroes of the Marvel Universe. I learned about them when I learned about the first, like the Infinity War. That the original Infinity War comics in the 90s, I think it was. Silver Surfer and Adam Warlock going crazy. Them galactic cosmic legends. They're my favorite superheroes. And I really hope they do that. Bring Fantastic Four. That'd be great. I think they are, because he had hinted to it. He hinted to it a little bit. She was like, "Do you have kids?" He was like, "Yeah." If y'all know about Fantastic Four, y'all know about them Richard kids. Y'all know. Finna shut shit, bro. Finna really shut shit down. But and then Strange had seen him and it was like, "Oh yeah, I know you. Didn't you chart in the '60s?" I was like, "Why you on dirt, bro?" Strange is on dirt, bro. He said, "Y'all niggas charted in the '60s." I was like, "That's crazy." Then they were talking about the Book of Ashanti. That was like the positive light book I was talking about earlier. And then Charles X pulled up. Charles X in the cut pulled up. That nigga was coming through ready. You could feel the energy. And then that's when they was telling him he was the most genius to the multiverse. Now in this next part, what they're doing is they're telling them what happened with their Doctor Strange in their universe. And what happened was, let me not say what happened. This is how I want y'all to look at it in the real world sense. Well, we in this reality, in this universe, known as the Illuminati through the programming, or what may be said, there's a negative connotation. There's a that's the elites. That's like the Hollywood. That's the Illuminati, the rappers, the music industry. In a way, yes, that is the Illuminati. But Like all families, not all families are all might be on the same page. Families may be divided. Family feuds. Family may feud. What if I was to tell you the real world Illuminati is feuding within themselves, but it still may have the same end goal purpose in a way? That's in a discussion. So like in here, what they're talking about is basically what Doctor Strange did is he had the same goal as Illuminati when the Thanos shit happened, but basically what he was trying to do is he had tapped into dream walking, and dream walking to them was like a dark art. It was like kind of like some forbidden shit. Like you're not supposed to be tapping into that. He had tapped into it and did it by himself and got consumed by it. And basically what he ended up doing is he ended a whole reality, killed everyone in it himself. And then they ended him. They offed that Doctor Strange in that universe. What this did was they killed him for what he did, and then the Strange that was alive in front of them, he was like, but y'all built statues, because he could see statues. Like when he first tapped in, he had like a whole museum. Bro had a whole museum in that universe. He was a whole legend in that universe. He was a legend. Like everyone knew who he was. And they said this. When they said that, I was like, yo. He said, but y'all had statues. This nigga Charles X was like, the world needs heroes. The world needs heroes. So in that says two things. That means what the Illuminati is doing is they're both benevolent. They're benevolent, but if you gotta think of divine consciousness of being the all. Not everyone is perfect. Not everything is perfect. Not everything is all love and light. Niggas might be getting down dirty to get what they need to get done. So like how Doctor Strange was trying to get his shit done and he got down dirty. They did cut his shit off and it's justified. I mean, they got the payback. He paid for it with his life. But in the world, they made him a legend. The world needs heroes. That means the world doesn't know what he did. Think about that today with your celebrities. Your famous persons. Your certain famous persons. Because now we're getting into the age where you have people just blowing up straight off TikTok. Maybe being regular people might not have no connections. That is possible today. In this new age. That is possible. But I'm talking about the old names. You know, the old guard. Those we've seen all in the news lines for the past 20 years, probably. Or all those you've seen run by all those big major blogs. Them big major pages. Big major news. All of those people. All these people that may not be you or impact your life in whatsoever, but we talk about them in the world every day. Other humans just like us. But other humans who may be on a different type of timing, a different vibration, really, is all it is. At the end of the day, it's just a different vibration. You can say what they're doing on that vibration, talk about it all day, but at the end of the day, they're just on a different vibration. You decide what vibration you want to tap into. You don't want to tap into their vibration, don't tap into it. You want to tap into a certain aspect of their vibration? That's possible. You can do that. You can tap into a certain aspect. You don't have to do everything they do. Never do anything. Do take what works. Take what you can do, what you might fuck with. That's where you don't get caught up in these people. You don't get caught up on these idols. You don't never idolize anyone. Because if they do something they fold, or they do something that you don't agree with, then and you idolize them, that's like your savior. That's like your Jesus figure. What you gonna do with that? But you're gonna be heartbroken. You're gonna be hurt. Don't idolize me, please. Don't idolize me. Just take the knowledge that I'm giving. Like all the teachers say. Do not idolize us. It's not about us. It's about the knowledge. It's about you tapping in. You waking up. You awakening to who you are. That's what it's about. You getting the message. If you're here listening, it's for a reason. That's that real law of attraction I was talking about. But yeah, think about that in the real world, man. Who are these people? They're made to be heroes. Are they truly heroes? Are they? I don't want you to get caught up thinking about are they. Don't. Take what information they might be given and take it with a grain of salt. And see and test back it. Test back it. Research again. And test it for yourself. Take what they say, look it up, see if they was accurate. How accurate were they? They might have been off a little bit. They might have been off completely. They might have been right on the subject, off on what it is, on how to do it. But they kind of know what it is. But that's why it's on you to look it up and research. That's why I'm big on showing y'all books, because I want y'all to get the books so y'all can read and learn and get them. And all the teachers, they give you the books. I found out about the other Bible from Bro Yusuf, the Kabbalion. Brother Penn talk about that shit all the time. All the teachers say get the Kabbalion. That's one of the first books they'll tell you to get. Because this Hermetic law is universal. You can apply it to anything. It's a way of thinking. I need to do my my readings. I do the live read the chapters. I need to get back on that, because that's essential. Once you know the Hermetic law, you can start applying it to the way you think and how you view things. You're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna get a lot of messages. You're gonna learn a lot of world. You have a whole new perspective on the world. You're not gonna have to depend on. You're gonna understand a lot magically. You're gonna be able to decode. Your third eye is gonna be more open in a way. You're gonna remember. But next thing that happened was nobody was fucking with Doctor Strange, but Charles X. Charles X was like, "I'll give you a chance to get the book and get the power, so he could defeat Scarlet Witch." Because he was saying, because they were saying they could defeat Scarlet Witch, but not him. Type shit. He was more dangerous. In that. Doctor Strange, I know in the comics, Doctor Strange is that nigga. And I know Scarlet Witch, she's that bitch too. So, I don't do comparisons anymore. I just know they're both like that. So here we go. I'm about to start getting into my paragraphs. Oh man. So they're in there, they talking. Next thing you know, you hear Wanda pulling up. Scarlet, she pulled up. She had invoked old girl. She pulling up. Nigga. When she was, and then she was getting closer. They was like in the technology lab, and she was trying to get old girl out the cell. I had peeped. It was some small, but I had peeped. I was like, as she was getting closer, and no girl was trying to like type in the codes and shit. The technology was fucking up. It was getting worse and worse as Scarlet Witch was getting closer. The way I interpreted it was like, this is when that spirit is around, the technology fucking up. That as well as another way to look at it is Mercury retrograde, which we're about to be in the next week. We're about to be in Mercury retrograde. Right now we're in the shadow period. But I was like, oh, that's interesting. They got the spirit, as the spirit gets closer, technology fucking up. That makes sense. I'm gonna let y'all know. I was I haven't put it out yet, but I was doing in the Dumbledore live, the reason how it got corrupted, because it's a corrupted file, but I got the file back. Shout out to Ancients. Shout out my best friend, really came through, helped me bring that back. And what happened was, I was at the very end. In my head, I think I was gonna say one more thing about the last scene. I think I might go back in there and edit it, put it in there. And what I was saying at the end, I was like, cash at me. Cash at me, donate so I can go see these movies. And that shit, at that point, literally right as I said that shit froze and cut out. I was like, yo, even in the moment I didn't realize it. I was so off the herbs. I was so spirit. I was lost in the waters. I was definitely lost in the waters when I was going off. But I was spending hella knowledge in that live. It wasn't even live, but I got the recording. I'm gonna post it still. But as soon as that shit happened, bro, I was like, yo. And then when I played it back and I seen the end, I wanted to see how this shit happened. I looked at the end, I was like, this is a sign. This is some self shit. And I figured out, I was like, the reason was because I don't need to ask. That's something I don't need to ask. For the movies, I don't need to ask. Because now as I'm learning more how money works, how money magic does work, nah. That one probably wasn't it. Or probably I'm overthinking. Because you can cash at me and help me. That would help a lot. You don't have to. If you'd like to help me out, go ahead. But the way that shit ended, I was like, damn, that shit really stuck with me. I was like, god damn, that's tough. But in lessons, I was like, now I'm at the point I'm in the flow of abundance more now. I'm not in the terms of feeling gritty, needy. Nah, I'm more just going with the flow. When I'm off the shrooms, and I just be fucking up. See? Exactly. When you off the shrooms, the technology be fucking up. Yo, energy vibrating so goddamn high. That energy, cause your own energy is electrical. That Kundalini energy is in a form electrical. Let me show y'all something. Put your finger like this. I want you to focus on the tip of your finger. You can either stare at it, or me, ever since I was younger, I've been able to feel the sensations in my body. I never knew I was doing this, but like, this is like actually how you do feel energy and ki in your body. You feel the senses around. Like, oh man, I can see my aura. Oh, I can see my aura. That is yellow. Okay, but you can see, like, you can feel it. Like, not even touching, you just sit there and then just go to a certain body part. You just focus on a certain body part, you can feel it. So like, if I want to think about the top of my head, my crown chakra, right now I feel a sensation right at the top of my head. Now you can do the same thing with your finger, like how I was saying. at the tip of your fingers, you are many chakras at the end of your fingers. That's how shamans do they work. When they're healing, or when Reiki healers, they open up the many chakras. Or if you want to open up the chakras in your palms, get that heat going, you'll start having that focus on that center part of your palm. These are little spiritual exercises, and you can feel the magnetic in between. So now what I usually do is I just keep expanding to see how far out I can go of feeling that connection, that thread in between. One thing you can do to help with this is visualize and see it in between. I can still feel it. I can still feel it. Alright, at this point I'm an energy ball. I'm an energy ball at this point. I think, no, I can't feel it. There we go. Right here. Yeah, this is where it ends for me right here. I'm right here with it. Now I'm putting more energy out, more focus, concentration, making. And that's what they was doing in Doctor Strange. This is literally what they was doing in Doctor Strange, bro. You just know how to use that energy. I got a book called Energy Essentials for Witches, Spellcasters. It's Witches and Spellcasters, and then I think but it's by Maya Brother not Brother Panic, but Bro Yusuf put me on it. So that's one of the exercises in there. You can feel your chakra points. So when you're doing chakra points, you can feel like where your root chakra is. Think of the color red, or you imagine seeing a red circular ball spinning. I'm giving y'all the energy work sauce tonight, man. I'm giving y'all the energy work sauce tonight. Let's get back to this, bro. I mean, bro, go practice this, man. Go practice this. These are little small things you can do, man. But meditation helps you with. Point of meditation is to get used to your body, how your body feels. Get used to being still, getting better to get into that state quicker. You want to get to a point where you can get into that very relaxed state, or that loose trance-like state very quick. So, like example, I'm down to the point I can just relax, or like relaxing your muscles. Just if you can relax all your muscles all at once, every single muscle. And then keep on. That's how you relax muscles. You want to keep on doing it with the deep breaths always. In through the nose, hold in. At the same time, just coming down. I can't. I'm there. I'm pretty relaxed. You said that's a high level technique? Shit. If that's high level, shit, I've been learning some high level shit. I don't know that, man. The high level shit is the most simple. That's the crazy thing. I want y'all to go watch Brother Panic most recent live. It's called This is in his one of his most recent modern lives and lectures. This is one of his, this is one of the boys. This lecture, he was just basically answering questions from the chat. Chat was coming through like this chat already knew what niggas wanted to know, and he was answering the right questions, and he was explaining them perfectly. Like how I got that video, how to meditate. Get them 5 senses and tap in with them 5 senses. Relaxing every muscle on command is pretty difficult. Shit, I was tapping in with K-Song. I did that shit for like 3 weeks straight. Like on Thursdays, it was for a Monday ritual. And he basically taught me. He said how to go into a trance like meditation. He basically said, and basically what he was saying. This is what he was saying during the meditation. I guess it's in my subconscious now. Cause getting in that trance like state, and he just kept saying, go deeper and deeper. Relax yourself, relax all muscles. Like you want to feel loose. Like I forgot what he said. Like putting something like you want to feel like all the weight. Like you want to feel the weight come upon you. But it's not a thing of weight being upon you, it's more of a thing like or you're falling. I don't know, it's different sensations. I don't know, bro. Just gotta feel it. Like I've had feelings of sometimes where I just can sit here and just feel like I'm falling deeper into my body, or either out of my body, or I have a giant presence energy on top of me that's having me like holding me down. Had that happen as well. But the name of the live is Simple Techniques in Accessing the Quantum Reality Now. Shout out brother Panic, OG, nigga. He was giving up. He was talking that sass. He was talking that sass. I don't know what this else say. The sauce is in there. If you really want to learn how to tap in and channel all the different shit, how to get into your abilities, a good starting point is that live. It's 8 hours. No, it's 9 hours. Really, it's 8 hours and 42 minutes. 8 hours and 42 minutes. This man was going straight talking. That's that spirit for real, boy. That's that spirit for real. We're for what, 2 hours 30 right now? That's what I was talking about. That Bobby Emmett, brother Panic, Wham, spreading light. Alchemist. That shit's so fun. On freestyle, man. Stress tenses the muscles. Let go of the stress. If you can feel the stress, you can let go of the stress. That thing with me is, I've been trying to work on getting better at letting go of emotions and situations. That's what I've been trying to work on, letting go. The physically letting go, I've never had a problem physically letting go of stuff. I don't know why. Probably. I think it's just it's always. Well, actually, no, I'm capping. I'm capping. I'm happy capping. Let's keep on going though. But the Simple Techniques though, sauce. Y'all go watch that on y'all time. I'll say that to y'all. Watch later. Put down y'all likes. To watch that when y'all at work. I watched it at work. I gotta watch it again. So much knowledge, so much light, bro. Alright, so where was we at? As Wander approaches nothing. I was talking about the technology, okay. Oh, okay. This scene was fried. She put up on these niggas. She pulled up on these niggas, and that nigga Richards was right there, and he was telling her, he was like, "Look, we got this bro right here. He can whisper from his mouth and end you." She was like, "End you with just from his mouth. He can whisper just from his mouth and end you." And she looked at him and was like, "What mouth?" That nigga looked down and was like, that nigga realized his mouth was completely gone. That chaos magic real. She completely manipulated the reality. Bro. And in my notes right here, I was trying to think, like, when I was looking at the team, because she was fucking these niggas up. I could just hear it. I didn't even see most of it. I just looked and seen. I was like, she's fucking these niggas up, boy. But while I was typing this, I was like, how would she be able to do that? Like, if I'm breaking it down practically in my mind, I would think the way she'd be able to do that is tapping into that all consciousness, that one consciousness. We are all one, going all, and in that, when she can do that, she can tap into all realities, all of reality. She can manipulate reality to her will, and at that she could get into his reality, because not everyone has lived in the same reality. Everyone has different perspectives. So when she tapped into his reality as well, excuse me, had her energy in there, and she did it in a split second. That's the thing with high level magic. She did it in a split second. So it's not like this some overnight shit niggas could possibly do on a more down to earth level. But high levels, you could do some crazy shit. Definitely possible. I know about Simeon Toko, the man that didn't die, that was not dying from weapons. He had to will himself to death. What was that? Yup. I was basically saying how she had to tap into that consciousness and get that done. And she did it all with her imagination, because you got to be creative. She was creative on the spot. He said you could whisper. He can whisper from his mouth and end you right now. In that, she said, okay, from his mouth. If he has a mouth that he needs to speak out of, all I need to do is remove the mouth out of the reality. Boom. Did that. He realizes it, and then when he tries to like scratch the shit up or remove it, it opens for a minute, but it closes right back up, and his like power comes out, but it hits the like roof of his mouth and goes right back. Nigga, whole brain was offed. His whole right brain was gone, but that shit was wild. He was out there. That shit was pretty graphic. It was low-key graphic. They said it was. I think they said a couple years ago when they first came out with all this heavy into the Marvel shit. They were saying this shit was gonna be like a horror movie and more like graphic. I see why. I see how they did it. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I don't think it was not too crazy though. And then, well, oh yeah, then she killed Richards using his own power. She really killed. She was killing these niggas with their own power. That's the crazy part. She just manipulated reality. Cause keep this in mind. The reason she was able to do that to bro is because you are not this vessel. You are not your vessel. Your vessel is also a part of this reality. So she can tap into that. If your body is like a vessel, like a car, like a computer, in a way. Nah, your body wouldn't be like a computer. Your body would be like the car. Your mind is like the computer. But if she can tap into your computer and even hack it, or even your body and hack it. Real hackers in the Matrix. Real hackers in the Matrix. The hacking in the Matrix. We hacking in the Matrix. Oh yeah, then she killed Richards, and like, cause you know how he got the elasticity. His whole body was going up. It was like his nervous system, like you know how the nerves go, how the nerves look. It was kind of like that. His body turned into, and when it got to his head, shit exploded. I was like, interesting. I was like, it's an interesting way to show his death. They kill him with his own power, because the thing is, how would you kill a man that can bend his body? If he can bend his body, that means he's move his organs. But if his head is exposed, I don't know how to do it in the next movie. Next was Oh, I said it shredded his body up to his head as source of the crown chakra, because that's what it looked like. It looked like his crown chakra exploded, not just his head. But it was filled with red instead of like the purple of the, or like clear white ish, I think it is, of the crown chakra. Got my cheat sheet on for like 1 minute. Yeah, like that shit wiped, so might be something to that. But then Charles X pulled up. This nigga was nowhere to be found that whole fight. Nigga, his whole crew got wiped out. His whole crew got fucking offed. He nowhere to be found. He pulls up. He was probably, no, he wasn't even talking to bro. Yeah, this nigga pulls up. She goes into she goes into Wanda's mind. So when she goes into when he goes into her mind, what it is a full white space with some debris in there. This is some psychology shit. This is straight working on symbols now. The mind, clear mind, straight white. One thing if you want to do is you want to build a meditative space, if you want to start it, build it starting with just a white room. The way I think of it, you could use this move for example, how they had it is literally a white space, it's a couple of debris, but just remove the debris. Because the debris has a meaning, I'm going to explain in a minute. But I think of it like in a Family Guy, in certain episodes they had like in Family Guy, they had certain episodes, Stewie and Brian would travel dimensions. Yo, that's crazy. Bro, them used to be my favorite episodes, and that's crazy. I'm spiritual now. Look at us talking about dimensions, man. Look how it comes right back around. But they used to be one of my favorite episodes. So yeah, they used to travel through time. They was traveling through time. But I remember one time they were stuck outside of time. And it was just, they was lost in a white space. And their imagination and their thoughts and their how they talked created everything. It's like they had the song, played the piano, and the notes came out and they played, was on them. I was like, okay, that's how one would think, that's how the mind works, and symbols and shit. Or shit is just in my head. Or like in SpongeBob when they was lost in that white space. I forgot. I think that was a time travel episode too. I forgot which one, but when they was lost in as a white space and they thoughts was doing the same shit. That's why I fuck with Rick and Morty heavy too, because they traveling dimensions. See, traveling dimensions, and it resonates with you because that's your soul. That's talking to your soul. See, the traveling dimension shit is talking to your soul, to another part of you. That's the remembering, the activation. I think that's really what it would be. That traveling dimensions is a real thing. Your soul does that through death and rebirth and reincarnation. But it can also be done in the physical plane as well. But in time we shall see it. In time we shall experience that, my G's. In time. Even if not in this lifetime, our grandkids or our grandkids shall. That's for sure. That's for sure. Now, while she was in there, oh yeah, she had the debris. And nothing I want to say about the white space. You can create your space as to your liking. So whatever you want to put in there. And then whenever you want to get into a certain zone or want to cast out, let's say you're in a bad space and you just want to tune out from everything in your mind. You already had this world constructed or it's chilling. That's your safe space, your heaven type shit. Your home base, your headquarters, you could say. Or you want to meet the spirits, had the spirits come through, and had the ancestors come through. Or you could go on the astral plane. You can build this. This is one of the things I learned on early. But this is the real advanced shit. Because you have to get your visualization and everything to that level to keep it there. And get it like stuck in your subconscious memory. Which is possible. You can do that through meditation. Deep subconscious trance hypnosis is possible. Sigils, you could do sigils work. You work with deities, that also help. You could build your own temple like Solomon. Build your own temple like Solomon. I'm building my temple like Solomon, man. I'm building my temple like Solomon. I got so many bars lost in this live, bro. But yeah, build your temple, bro. Build your space in your mind, in the astral plane. Like for example, I haven't did to it yet, but mine would be like Ace's Lounge. How would Ace's Lounge look? If I wish I could see the picture I had, but like another version would be like my niggas House of Poison. They do like a Star Lounge. I don't know why they started doing a Star Lounge, but or I see they got it because the new type shit. Or I don't know how they got it. They probably got it, but or they're probably on the same vibration. But what happened was how their pictures look. They post pictures like with furniture or like how like the aesthetic. That's what it would look like, kinda. In my head, I was gonna say if Ace's Lounge had like a spot, that's what it would look like. Type shit. And you can create your own. So now back to what I was saying. In hers, it was just white blankness. Clear. You want to have it clear, but you want to be minimalist. You want to have it going crazy. Remember that. Or you can have it as your liking. It's up to you, man. It's up to you. Like I said, take the knowledge for yourself. And it was just hella rubble. Like it was like after a war. Like she's been through a lot. That's what it looked like. Like it was hella war. She like walked through a door. Walk through that gateway type shit. It was just hella debris, rocks and shit, like a war zone just happened. Like you could tell she was like hurt, traumatized, been through a lot. And then underground, stuck, you could see her screaming for, like asking for help. It was her actual consciousness, her true self. That true Wanda Maximoff was stuck. It wasn't in control. It was Scarlet Witch in control. That Scarlet Witch energy was fully going crazy. It had her trapped. And when he tried to pull her out, Scarlet Witch pulled her right up with that red smoke and off my man's Charles X in that universe. That's tough. I know they bringing them back. Marvel ain't going outside, man. Marvel ain't going outside. They got to do something now, bro. What? They got Charles X in the main Marvel universe. Even if it was a cameo, bro. Too much confirmation. See, this is a Marvel fan to be talking. Let me keep going. So then I remember old girl, she was whose wedding he went to, she had her other version of herself was in this dimension, alternate reality, and he was they was talking, and she was like she didn't trust him because of what his that spirit, she didn't trust him because of what he did in that Doctor Strange did in that reality, which was kill all the people in that other reality. She didn't trust him, and she had said you had to hold the knife, because what he did is he had went by himself and tapped it on his own to the darkness. Did it on as against everyone's else's will and wishes, and he looks where it got him. So what she's saying is he had to hold the knife, and it killed 1 million people. Saying he had to be in control. It had to be him. It had to be what he wanted. That was a lesson. I even had to take that lesson for myself. Like, you know, I even myself sometimes I could be too little controlling. Need to just go with the flow. We'll go with the flow a little bit more, a little bit, not so controlling or have it be the way I need it to be, being so perfect, because I am a Virgo. One of the things is being a perfectionist, and even in that perfectionism, not everything is perfect. That's a lesson in itself. Not let that control go of trying to have everything perfect, have everything being the way you may want it to be. Just let things be. Nature is not a certain way, nature just is. There might be certain things in nature like cycles and everything, but when I say nature, nature is chaos. That's what it is. So I'm saying nature is another form of chaos. So she said he had to hold the knife, and I referred to back what she was said in the wedding. She said it wouldn't work out because you always had to hold the knife. See, man? And then they start running from at this point I think they was running from that astral plane calling, boy. They was running from Scarlet Witch. She was pulled up on their ass. She running. They got he had bought some time, got her under the water and shit. And then they come up to this door. The door was unlocked by the Stephen in that the Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange in that universe, and he basically knew it had to be something that only he would know. It had to be something that only him would know. It had to be something that only he would know. And then old girl, she put out the watch. Remember that memory he had in his reality? In the past date when they was together, she had gifted him a watch. She, in this scene, she put out the watch, being it's something that only he would know about. And remember when I was saying, I don't know if I've said so much in this stream, I don't know if I've said it already, but these multiversal lives are experiencing the same things. The same themes, they have the same experiences. If it's happening in this life, it might be happening in another lifetime as well. Past, present, but you can change the future. It's only happening right now because of the cycle. You just haven't broken the cycle. That's the only reason the cycle keeps going. But yeah, she gave him, and I was like, damn, that shit, whoo, I love that shit, man. And she gave him the watch. I'm gonna sleep great tonight. I got some oils, some new oils. Oh boy, we're gonna be in that astral plane for real. She gave him the watch, and like I said, I completely lost the thoughts. Oh, okay, here it is. Yep, got it. So there was all in the multiversal lives. Like I was saying, like the multiversal lives. I talked about that earlier. But another thing is the messages in these dreams, or a certain memory, a certain thought. There's a message in it. That watch, it was something little. It was some, like, you're gonna remember the scene of, yeah, he was at dinner with her and she gifted him the watch. Yes, that you can say that in a sentence. You can say that in one sentence. That's a scene. They come back to it later again using the watch, and it being something only he would know from the memory. How to write 101. How to write 101. See that connection? The memory's only something, his memory is what his memory of the date with her where she gifted him the watch. Using that memory of the memory only something he would know, his memory of the watch that was gifted to him from her being there in both universes. So they're both experiencing things, and it's a message. Like, it's a message. That's what I'm saying. The watch was a message, because he didn't know. He wasn't thinking about it in the scene. He was like, only something I would know. She knew about it automatically. She already knew. That's that intuition, feminine, the right side brain. I already got it. They already know. They got it. I'm saying, just have faith. It's gonna come. And I liked how in the scene he was like, only something what is something that only I would know? He like asked the question. She answered. She already had the answer. She knew it. Like, y'all understand? Do y'all understand that on a deeper level? I want y'all to know that. Just think that. I'm not getting into that right now, so I'm starting to get tired now. Woo! I got a little bit left. I still got a lot left. And hold on. Nah. Tired? Nah. If I'm getting tired, that means that spirits come more through. That's what that means. That yawning. I'm getting closer to that zone. So, let's go. Then doing that damn meditation to relax me, so they got me hella relaxed. Bro. Yo. Bro, y'all see it? Yo. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Hey. 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 I'm seeing things. But where was that? Had to open the door. So we open the door, and they go in. They end up in the back in the other dimension where the book is. Excuse me, man. Where the book is, and the books is not the books, but the book of I think it was called Ashanti. Is what he called it. Which I was like, Ashanti. That's what a name. That's a perfect name for the book. Perfect name for the book. And I think when they got there, Scarlet Witch pulled up. Some shit started going down. Oh, I had open door, share memory, yup. Memory message, yup. Multiverse dimension, yup. It was in the multiverse dimension, like in the opening scene type shit. And then Scarlet pulls up to get the girl. She opens the portal. She drains her energy of America Chavez. She drains her energy, and then she gets it to a point where she's in her essence to where she uses her power, not directly, but like cooperatively, and then opens the portal to like with her intent through her vessel. She opens the portal to the temple that they was in. I was and like remember what I said. I feel like they was low key demonizing, and they always demonizing. There's always something. If something's being demonized, truly, like not like when we really think of like demon. Like literally like demon as of the programming, when that's being demonized, and you have all the colors that programming, the darkness, the red, the scary music, all that's programming. The villain aspect, that's programming. That's why I said the kind of low-key demonizing, but I could be overtaking that to be the spirit, but that could be Astroth coming through as well. But yeah, they opened it up they went back to the temple. Oh, this is the part where they sent Doctor Strange and old girl into a dimension, to alternate dimension, and this is the hell state that Bro Yusuf was talking about. So Bro Yusuf be tapping in astral planes, traveling, And he said he'd be going to hell state. He said, well, real hell state is, he said it's very cold. It's not hot like how we think with the lava and shit underground. Nah, it's not like that. It's cold like Antarctica type shit. Real desolate. It looks just like this, but it's like desolate and there's hella chaos going on and it's cold. So from what I just said, when you see this or have seen it, you already know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. But when you see this, it's literally, in the scene, it's literally chaos and cold. Like, it literally looks like this hell state. As Bro Yusuf explained it and described it, as soon as it came up, that was the first thought. I was like, yo, this is it. This is that hell state, bruh. They are not playing. So this is real dimensions we're dealing with. Real reality multiple people can tap into, really multiple astral planes people can tap into is what we're dealing with. Not even just your own realities, different realities that actually exist that others may be able to tap into. They can tap into and exist in, then they might not even know it. The thing is, a lot of people don't even know how vast it may go, how far the power may reach. And that's both the beautiful thing and the scary thing. Because it's a beauty in looking at all of this and seeing all these different lives, all these possibilities. The power in that, if one can tap into that. But it's a scary thing of knowing what comes with life and living through the emotions and feelings of life, and what comes with it, and living all different aspects, all that at once. And especially if it's different shit, all that more, it's heavier weight. It's a heavier weight on you. Some more work that must be done to clear that and overcome such. But yeah, that was at Hell State, and then in here in this state he found the sinister Doctor Strange, like the sinister Strange, Doctor Strange. And he was the keeper of the Dark Book. And this man's I'm writing my notes. I'm reading my notes. So he was the keeper of the Dark Book. And I had put a note. I said all the multiversal selves had the similar experiences, like I was saying. I said Strange in the 838 universe, which is the alternate. In the darker universe, they both had experience with the old girl from the wedding, and in his past, I'm just calling the woman in his past. In the darker, it drove him and made him darker. The obsession of wanting that reality with her, it drove him crazy. That obsession of wanting to be with her, because that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to manifest and bring forth that reality where he was with her. His love was so strong, it got so high to a point. And then when it was stripped away, he couldn't let go. He was attached. He couldn't let go. He was became obsessive over it. He was really trying to get into that reality. I noted this for myself. I'm not going to say my own situation, but just know, and every man can relate to this. Females, especially when you fall in love with them or get to that certain point with them, they say love is not, you can't explain it. There's no real words that can just explain it. It's just something you feel. It's something you just know in your heart. That obsession, that feeling, it can drive one crazy. That being with that person, I had to learn. I had to let go because that obsession was, it was driving me. It was getting. It's not it. It's not. It's not feeding me. It's not doing nothing for me. But I know how to use the alchemy and have it motivate me. Yes, I can. I do know how to do that. But in terms of doing everything in my power to try and use magic to bring forth that reality, no. Hell no. That's a dead mission. That's not happening. Because I'm not going to impose on anyone's free will, for one. And two, it's better to let it go anyway. That's what you should do. You let it go, because if you really do love them, you'll be able to love them afar and let it be. If you are able to do such, you're able to love from afar. Let them do what they do. If they're truly happy, if they are happy, that's good. You should be happy they're happy. I had to learn that. Be happy they're happy. You ain't gotta be possessive. It's not about you. You gotta do what you need to do. Keep in mind, Doctor Strange was still about this. Doctor Strange was still growing and shit, everything. He was still growing and still getting his energy. But I peeped in the Spider-Man movie, he had lost his Sorcerer Supreme title. He was all, but that was because of the Thanos shit. But he was like chilling and shit. It didn't seem like he was on his A game type shit. That was the energy I was getting from it. And it's kind of in a way, and I feel like in this movie, I think probably his distraction probably was like the shadow self. Like what he said, let's not think about this when it was in the memories. He said, let's not focus on this. Let's go on. He was trying to ignore it. He wasn't trying to face it and truly come to understanding and to peace the terms with it. And that's basically, he had to submit to the divine feminine because it was something he couldn't control, which was something outside of himself. He couldn't control, which was outside of himself. He could control his magic. He can control his reality. He can control the reality of those who came into his space. He can control the entire reality with higher magic. The bigger the magic, the stronger it is. It's dealing with a more worldly scale. The big magic is dealing with a worldly, real reality manipulation. On the bigger scale, the true high magic is dealing with the reality manipulation on a physical scale. Doctor Strange's magic is more on a illusionary, or I'm gonna take you to a different dimension. It's like when he had Scarlet Witch trapped, he had her an illusion, lost in a different dimension. And there's always different things he do. He's an alchemist as well. He's an ultimate magician. He's him. He's him, for real. He's that guy. But whether he or myself didn't realize it, or may have thought that he may have not been that guy, or let that keep him down, or drive him feel some type of way, he's still that guy, still that nigga. Still the one. Still the divine one. Still Doctor Strange. Still Sorcerer Supreme. Still that guy. It's 11:11 on the clock. Beautiful. Love this shit. He had to let go. He had to realize he has the ability to do it. While I'm saying he, I'm also talking about myself as well. I mean, consciously and subconsciously projecting. And projecting back on myself as well as I'm looking into myself. Late night spiritual work. See, man, it's 11:11, man. We crossing into that spiritual gateway. Let's keep on going. Yeah, man, this is that spiritual work we talking about. We're doing spiritual work at all times. Spiritual work at all times. It never ends. You should always grow. Admit. Be honest with yourself. Admit your wrongs. I know some things I did. I know I was wrong in some cases. I know I wasn't right in every case. I know I was right in some cases. I know I was right in cases. I know I wasn't right in others. And vice versa. And I can accept that. It's peace. Not choosing sides, not holding a grudge, bitterness. Or running from it. Because seeing the film Doctor Strange, he still wanted to get back with her, even in a different universe. And he also wanted, even in him admitting his feelings to her, that was at the wedding. You could tell he truly did love her and was happy for her. But I could tell on another level, he really did. Like, he wished. It was a shadow aspect of himself that really wished that reality could have played out. Type shit. Shit, we getting deep, man. We're getting deep right here now. So then I remember, keep on going. See, I remember a fight broke out. Yeah, he was fighting his higher self, not his higher self, his shadow self, you could say. That's what I was saying. I said his shadow, sinister Doctor Strange self. And he was using music notes. I've been telling y'all about this spirituality in music, this frequencies, this light. I've been telling y'all, bro. I've been talking about this shit for the past couple of months. I was talking about this past 2 weeks. But in the film, they was literally doing literal notes, like the shapes of notes, the geometry of the notes. That's what you could see, hear it as well. And Doctor Strange, the way he was able to beat him, bro was throwing so many notes at him, so many combinations, so many chords. Shit was beautiful. But he ended his shit with one string of the harp. Manipulated his surroundings, made a strum of the harp, created one note, timed it perfectly, and like stopped the bro's spell. Fucked everything up. I was like, that's tough. Oh shit. He's using the music notes as his sacred geometry or sigil magic. Sigil magic. That's what I had in my notes. Oh yeah, and then the nigga had his third eye open. Nigga third eye literally opened. I like how in these films when niggas like tee up, when they're teeing up now, their third eye is starting to open. Also, and he had like did that before he started doing the musical notes. His third eye had like literally opened on his eye, as well as in Everything Everywhere All at Once, they would had a little third eye symbology when they was going through dimensions. They had a little third eye device. This shit crazy, man. Hollywood know what they doing. Wait, so then, how much longer I got? Whew, not that much. All right, so they cut back to Scarlet in the temple. She got America Chavez on the table. I noticed under the table it's like engraved with like sacred geometry. I want to see if I can get this. Nah, I can't. can't. I got like a shungite. I got like a shungite little crystal pad. I got it on my laptop. My laptop. I said laptop. Laptop. The EMF waves and radiation. Niggas talking about 5G. Don't worry about the 5G. Just get some shungite, bruh. They talking about don't use AirPods. Use shungite. Get shungite earrings. With some. Get shungite earrings with the AirPods that cancels out. Y'all need to think like a magician. Think like a magician, man. The answers is there. And then, what was that? Where was that? Third eye. Oh yeah, they had the magic. So the reason I bring up the shungite is because on it has Metatron's cube, which is sacred geometry. And on the circle, like they had Metatron's cube. And I've also heard of like magic circles. That's another thing I found to like the question, getting deeper on the left hand path. There's things with invoking and evoking spirits. You can stand or sit on a circle. You could draw it out yourself, or you could just buy it online. They have to like print it out already. It has like sigils. I have sigils, names in Hebrew and different languages, all types of shit. You take a geometry, all of that, but it's all has a purpose. All types of, like, it could be protection, getting into a certain mind frequency. That's really is getting into a certain mind frequency. That's really the purpose of it. In this case, in this film, she was using this table, this sacred geometry that harnessed her energy. That's what she was doing. And then that nigga Wong woke up because she had the hell. All right, she had woke up. She had like threw bro off the cliff. Then they cut back to Strange, and he had tapped into the soul of the damn. He had got the ritual ready. And what happened was he had all the candles all around. He had like hella candles. And at this point, I started thinking about back to how I thought about the multiverse, the dimensions, and how the different perspectives. I started thinking about how I originally looked at them with everything everywhere all at once. That being the past lives, or quantum lives, how Brother Pinnacle put it, or another way when your ancestors calling on the energies, the deities, or you're calling on your ancestors as well. That's what he was doing here. He was calling upon all his other different selves here in a ritual. He had his magical circle, like I just explained. He had the candles. He had hella candles. He pulled them all in, lit them to represent all the different versions of himself. All the different realities, all the different universes. Tapping into all of them. Tapping into all the different lives of all those he had, and the dead that he had, because he had to resurrect his dead selves as well, and also the dead lives of those who he had killed in that one reality of his other self. So that he was doing all that high level magic, but I was saying he had pulled all the candles into his own magic circle and then lightens on the flames. That in and of itself is kind of like Candle Magic 101. But what he was intently doing is advanced. What he was doing was very simple, but the intent behind it is very advanced. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing with magic. Magic is very simple, but your intent is what's gonna take the degree of how and what you need to get and what you need to do. The reason I give y'all them little meditation exercises is because when you do visualize, they help with the visualization as well when you're doing the dream work and living in the astral plane. Another thing is what was I about to say? It's like every time I sip spirit juice, that shit like goes right out. I'm gonna just keep going. Bro. It completely lost me. She says, where are you? Open his eyes. Oh, okay, so he's doing a ritual, and then he's calling on the dead spirits. And the energy is overcoming them because this thing is, they're like saying, end this dream walk as once. That's what they're telling them. That's what the spirit is telling them. They're saying, end this dream walk at once. So that means the spirit wasn't fucking with him. He was getting some resistance. And what happened, I forgot what happened, but I forgot what happened, but like she had opened his eyes. It was like, where are you? Because he was like having like a little seizure and shit. She opened his eye. When she opened his eye, she could see the spirits like running around in his eye, like in the portal. Like he had to say the gateway to the soul. She said, where are you? And seeing this nigga hella spirits just running around, going crazy. And when she opened his eye, the spirits flew out of his eye. They came through. And she dodged it so they didn't get into her. But it started flying around, and then I think she was able to get rid of it with light. I think she used the light, and that got rid of the spirit. Light, knowledge never fails. Use that light, boy. Use that light. And then she was over him. She started telling him affirmations and reminding him of his power. Ladies, this is how simple it is. Just give your man some positive affirmations and remind him of his power. Give him some confidence. Give him a boost. Give him some more power boost with more confidence. Don't let that nigga ego go crazy. That's true. Don't let it, if his ego is insane, don't let that nigga ego go crazy. But in terms of like, if he's stressing and he's dealing with something, we're going through it. She healed this. She's literally healing him with these positive affirmations and reminding him of his power. She was telling him, you are Doctor Strange. You are a Sorcerer Supreme. You have your power, so use your power. She started using repetition. So she started using that repetition. Symbols, repetition, trauma. She started going with the repetition. She resurrected my mans. We was really seeing that Osar and all sets, that Osiris, that Isis. We was really seeing it in this film. Right then and there. And what happened was he was able to overcome the spirits. And he was able to now this is funny. He was able to overcome the spirits, and he made them start running away. It's funny because Brother Pendick was talking about he was talking about succubus. Somebody had asked in the chat. They was like, how do I get a succubus off my sacral chakra? He was like that nigga was like he was like I invite succubus, get them off. Shit, succubus get tired of me. Oh my god, bro, that shit was too funny, bro. Go watch that live, bro. And it's in his most recent one, bro. That shit was so funny. So basically, said what he explained like what he mean too. And while it's funny, he's saying he's fuck succubus. At the same time, he's saying his mind is so strong, he's above that. Not in a more important sense, not in the ego sense of way. It's a more of a, it's below him. He can control it. He has the power to go against that. He has his free will. He is a god. See what I'm saying? These spirits are below him. He's the god. He's the Osiris of this shit. You are the Osiris of this shit. I'm the Osiris of this shit. That's the point. Because what happened was the power, she was telling him, you have your magic. You start using it. You have your power. You know your power. Start using it. So he started using it. The powers was overran with it. And what happened to it, they had to succumb to it, and he integrated with it. He gained control of it. Spirits was no longer fighting against him. He had gained control of it. That's a gem, bro. I can't wait to go back and rewatch this. Like this is really some crazy shit. And I was in the end, this is where I know that I said basically he had the dream walk to his ancestors or call forth their energy for the task of stopping / defeating the Scarlet Witch. That's what you do with an ancestor, where you can call forth upon the energy of your ancestors. Or any spirit, celebrity, deity, any. Bro, Dreamwise got a video. He showed me. I don't think it's public. I think it's his Patreon. Gem, because it shows you how to invoke anything, and you already do it. You just don't know you're doing it. It's on a subconscious level. But he was talking about how to do it purposely and really get in there. Like this. Shout out Dreamwise. Trying to regain my place. Fourth their energy task to stop the defeat garbage. So yeah, that's the ancestor work. And then I had noted the spirits attached to him I take are those of the reality of he already killed everyone, because they were saying you must not dreamwalk anymore. And he must not dreamwalk again, and they basically were negative thought forms running his mind, which inevitably resulted in his death in the universe. That shame, that guilt. That's another way of looking at it. So rather than just the spirits of those that die, another way it could manifest in the reality is the guilt, the shame, the knowing of what you did, not being able to live up and live with that. And it manifested and it resulted in his death in that universe. Very interesting, something to note. They were spirits, yeah, they were attached to him. Like in the film, they're like, you can visually see like they're attached to him, literally. And I think, oh yeah, so then yeah, he pulls up back on them in their universe in the temple. They start fighting. They can't really win necessarily, and he just like, I forgot what happened to him, and then like America Chavez started finding her, and like she started using her emotion, like screaming when she punched, so like to get that emotion. That shit was in Scarlet at first, but then Scarlet was like, nah. And then she was like, I'm gonna give you what you want. That's what she told Scarlet Witch. That's what America Chavez told her. And then when she punched her, she sent her in to another dimension, but she barely moved. But she moved back like a foot. And from Scarlet Witch's perspective, like she ate that shit, but she didn't realize the world around her completely changed, because everything behind her, she was in that universe with her kids. That the other Wanda that she was invoking and taking control of, that was her, like she was in that universe, the 838 universe. That's, but she's from the 616, the original. And when they was in the room, they didn't notice her at first, but when she had spoke to him, which was interesting, they didn't notice her at first at all. But when she actually said something, they noticed her. That was interesting. And there was a little, I think they immediately got scared, and then the mom started doing something, and then like the Wanda, and then remember what I said earlier, there are two aspects, how the Wanda is the motherly, Scarlet Witch is the goddess, the divine, the god, that magic aspect, the spiritual aspect, heavy spiritual, emotional type, got not the nurturing, y'all got it at this point. And basically the kids were scared of her. they were afraid. They were afraid of what they seen. And this goes back to what Dr. Strange had said earlier. He was like, what are you going to do with what happens to those other mothers and they can't take care of them kids? Because she had attacked the Wanda, the other Wanda. Scarlet Witch attacked her. Scarlet Witch attacked the other Wanda. And the kids seen that and they had ran from her. She was trying to talk to them, telling her like nothing she would never heard. None of that shit worked. I'll never hurt you. I love you. None of that worked because of what they seen. All they seen was their Wanda, their mom get hurt, attacked by you. They're not in her reality. They don't know the same thing she does. They don't realize, they don't know that she's been taking control of that Wanda. Or that Wanda has another multiverse life where she's the Scarlet Witch. Where she doesn't have kids. But she's able to experience these kids when she goes to sleep in these other universes, in these dreams. It's a heartbreaking situation for Wanda, for the Scarlet Witch. But that obsession, like I was saying with myself and Doctor Strange, I had to let it go. Because it was driving her insane. And then, like America Chavez said, I'm gonna show you what you want. Showed her the kids and she brought her there. And they seen her. The truth came out. The real, her shadow, her obsession truly came out. Her anger, her emotion, the attacks, her attacks and everything, it all came out. And they saw it. They didn't like what they seen. And then she realized she was wrong. She realized she was wrong when she seen the people that she loved most did not they couldn't even approach her. They were scared of her. They feared her. Not that they didn't agree with her, but they actually feared her. When she's their mother, that they don't know. I'm saying that because I don't want it to be like a thing of if others disapprove, you shouldn't fold. You should never. If others disapprove, you should not just because they disapprove. It's not like that. It's on a this is on a deeper level. This is on a soul level. And I know they disapprove of this, they don't like that type shit. No. I'm talking this on a soul level. This are kids. This is dealing with trauma. That she damn near created a whole new trauma. She just created a whole core memory in that shit. And she realized she's seen, in seeing that they were scared, she's seen that, like in Westfield, that she was wrong. Then she went on by her business. She went on by her business. Oh yeah, and Wanda, she told Scarlet when she was crying, because she, like, when she realized everything, she was just sitting there. She had stood up because from being in the back, and she told Scarlet, she was like, no, the children will be loved. So that's basically saying, knowing that in this universe that she'll always be loved in this. That's true, because that's her. That love is eternal, it's multidimensional, it transcends. It's just that her experience and her reality won't consist of that. And those kids will be loved. And I had wrote, yeah, I said she won't be able to physically experience it. And I was like, this represents the power of our five senses as well as us being stuck to the earthly realm, to everything on Earth, to this world, to humanity, as Brother Panic says. Our humanity, being stuck on them, and how our obsessions or our shadow self are holding us back from what we really need to do, or what really want. If we really may want something may be holding us back, but our shadow self may be holding us back in some form. Wanda obsessed over them kids and ultimately couldn't get them because she was too obsessed. Same with Strange. She was obsessed with getting that reality with his old lover, the other strangers. And I like these films because they're showing how the past cycles were, and how in the film they're ending that cycle. They're changing up the cycle. They're learning their lesson. And in them learning the lesson in the film, I mean, I as well and you as well, the audience come out on a lesson on a deeper level, a spiritual level. So after that, she destroyed all the dark books in the universes. After she realized all that dark books, all that dark magic, she deleted all that shit. She wiped it. She did that temple, gone. She wiped all the multiverses. She wiped it. And then at this point, I just started writing what the movie was about, and I was like, the movie's about releasing fear. It's about releasing those obsessions, because Strange was basically saying, it wasn't that he doesn't love. He was saying he just gets scared. That's what he was telling the girl. And he was saying, you think. Then he was also saying on the wall. He was saying, you would think saving the world makes you happy, but it doesn't. That's what he said. He said, you think saving the world makes you happy, but it doesn't. That means even that didn't satisfy that hero, which you would think it's not satisfying. Something not truly resident, hidden yet. But he said at the end of the day, the good thing, he said, at least we don't have to go through it alone. I think that's what Wong or him said. That's the beauty of it. We don't have to go through it alone. That's the unity in this. We're all on the same boat of Ra. All of us. We're all the gods and goddesses. We don't have to go through this shit alone. We don't all have to struggle. We don't all have to look at the world in despair. We can look at it in light. We can look at it in a new lens. We can look at it for what it actually is and do what needs to be done to create our own reality. What needs a light reality to make our own dystopian, our own Atlantis reality, our own Lemurian type reality, our own comedian level reality. Advance. Once again. We don't have to go through it alone. But a lot of people think they do. A lot of people make it so you do. But the whole importance of practicing self-love, the whole importance of that is you must love yourself so that you're able to love others. You must be able to give to yourself so you're able to give to others. You must have yourself right first so you can get others right. So that's just messages I'm getting from the film, or just messages that are coming out right now that may have been a thought form sparked from the film, a message from Spirit to me for my own spiritual growth, or for others in this live right now, in the lounge tonight. What else? Then after that, he went back to the real world. He was outside walking, and that man's head started going crazy. He got a headache, and his third eye opened, like the sinister Doctor Strange, because he had got because Wong had asked him. He was like, "Are you straight?" And he was referring to because he had absorbed all that dark energy from that book, and he said it was all. He was like, "Oh no, it's nothing." After that, nigga's whole third eye opened, and so now we're gonna have to see what happens in the next film. And then in the they had like some psychology mirror pictures, like Doctor Who type shit in the early Doctor Who's. Yeah, that shit was fire though. That movie was, whoo. That movie was, yes sir. Yes sir. We was here for 3 hours and 40 minutes. We was here we was here longer than that film, which is great. This is a lot of great information in here. A lot of great information here, bro. So much, bro. The film itself. Shout out to the director. Shout out to Benedict Cumberbatch. I think that's Doctor Strange, the actor name. Shout out to the actors. Shout out to production teams. Shout out to Hollywood. Shout out to the occultists behind the scenes. I see y'all doing y'all thing. Shout out to all the magicians, all the mages. Shout out to all the witches. Shout out all y'all. Shout out to all the Scarlet Witches. Shout out to all the divine feminines, all the goddesses. Shout out all the gods. Shout out all the Doctor Stranges. Shout out everybody. Post-credit scene, I'm not gonna explain it. That's the big post-credit scene. Yo, they was going crazy. Bro. The next movie is gonna be insane, bro. I'm not gonna say nothing. I want y'all to actually go watch the movie and sit for the post-credit scene, especially the super last one. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love the last post-credit scene. Y'all gonna love it. Especially pay attention to the movie. Y'all gonna love the very last one. Like, y'all know the post-credit scene after the post-credits type shit. But yeah, man, shit was great. I'm tired. It's 11:44. We had 3 hours, 42 minutes. I'm finna slide to the astral plane. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I see my socials up there if you want to tap in with me. Thanks for coming through the Aces Lounge and listening. I really appreciate it. If you learned something new, that's great. If you didn't, that's tough. Hope you did learn something new. Yeah, take this knowledge. I try not to give you anything that's something that you should necessarily do, because it's all about what you feel is right, because that's the best part about magic, about true chaos magic, is all about what you truly feel is right. That's how the magic's gonna be the most potent, most powerful. Not everyone's magic is gonna work the same. What may work for me is not gonna work for you, and what may work for someone else is not gonna work for me, and vice versa, and all the ways around. That's the one. It's polarity. It may not work for me, it might work for you, but we could both complement each other. Both make compliments. There are different fields, there are different aspects. Oh, niggas talking. But yeah, man, thanks for watching, man. I'm gonna slide out to my live viewers. Shout out to the Astro Plane. Good luck. Make sure y'all get that Harataki. Take out some Harataki, some trace mineral drops, and Ormus. I'm not gonna take any tonight. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna take some. I got some oil, so I got some lavender oil. Bro Penny said that lavender is it. So I'm gonna see what's up with that lavender. And I had some lavender in with the Kermit herbs too. So the Azure Plan should be some more messages coming through. More videos coming through. I'm loving this shit, bro. I think this is what I'm on the planet to do for real. I feel I'm in my purpose. I feel like I'm in my purpose now. But thanks for watching. Looking at Astro Plane. Keep being a god. Keep being a goddess. Share this. Please share this. More people need to know this information. We need to keep raising the vibration of the planet. People are gonna know people are going to learn, eventually know one day that's true. But why not bring it forth? That reality that we're waiting on is waiting on us. We need to stop waiting. We need to just bring it forth. So let's do it. Share the knowledge. Everyone got knowledge to share. If you got knowledge to share, hit me up. Spread it. Let me know. Send it. I'm always open to learn something new. If you got some knowledge, bro, hit me up. Send it through. I'll check it out. I might have something to add. I might be something I don't know. I might have something new. But yeah, man. I'm gonna get with y'all, man. Ace out. The Divine One. Omnipron in the astral plane. Ace out, man.